cities of gold. Wishing for the cities of gold. Someday we will find the cities of gold.
Good evening, everybody. It's Paul here, Johnny Paul, Magpie Movies. It's Sunday. It's 8:30. It is the live stream time. At the moment, I have no idea where Pete is, so I am going solo. So I will get my guest in here. She is awesome. She's brilliant. And she's got a great channel, which the link is in the description below, as it says on this little thing going along the bottom. So please drop her a sub. It is a great person, and that is coming in now, Sue from Movies and Sue.
Hello, hello, hello.
I would say good evening, but it's good afternoon to you.
Yes.
How's the weather?
It's going. Happy Father's Day to everyone out there.
Indeed, happy Father's Day. I said to you earlier on, I've had a backwards and forward to see my parents, and then putting the kids to bed. And obviously, like you said, your dad's on vacay, so you've got
He is.
your day to yourself.
He's away. That's his gift. He's away from us for Father's Day.
That's what the wife says to me. She goes, "What would you like to Father's Day?" I'd like peace and quiet. Just take them away.
Absolutely.
I'll be happy with that.
Yeah.
So what we do kind of do with the program, I kind of spoke to you on Thursday about, is I'll quickly go through some of the people who are here, and then the is that okay? Pete just messaged me. He said his internet's down and he's trying to fix it. So he will. So we'll see what's going on. Yeah. So I'll go through who's here, and as soon as we come across a question, I will fire it to you, the Steelbook Queen of YouTube, which is you.
Steelbook Queen, Blu-ray Queen, whatever you want to call me, it's fine.
Steelbook Queen, who was the daughter of Mama Bluray, who gifted you the lovely Indiana Jones box set.
Mama Bluray, she really stepped up. And in fact, one of the errands I had to run today, I went to Walmart and I bought a 4K player. Mama Bluray wanted a 4K player so we could actually watch the Indiana Jones collection that I bought. So
have you not got a 4K player then?
No.
Well, you do now, obviously.
Do now. I got it today, so she's going to hook it up later.
Okay. Supposedly, one of my friends has watched Raiders and said it's quite a good jump up in quality to the standard Blu-ray.
Excellent. I am looking forward to watching.
The only thing I'm disappointed with the 4K is the set. Now, obviously, I know you got the steels. I just got the standard digipack, but there's just so much lack of imagination within it. It's just the white and the orange, obviously with the steels. You don't even get the Blu-ray. You only get the digital.
Right.
You didn't. Digital.
Yeah. I was very disappointed in the packaging for Indiana Jones because I expressed this in my video too. If you're paying $100, you're expecting some quality, and the packaging overall, it's paper cardboard. Like the Avengers 4-pack that I purchased at Best Buy, the exclusive through Best Buy, has a nice metal container, and the inserts in between each movie are padded so that way your steelbooks don't get damaged. It's a very nice set, and that was only $129.
Yeah,
and you get 4K and Blu-ray. You got the digital. You got everything. And the Indiana Jones collection, you have this, not very creative white and orange red theme with the steelbooks, and the packaging was very subpar, and you don't even get a Blu-ray.
Exactly. Is that the first time it's kind of happened with regards to no Blu-ray in a kind of collection?
I think so.
Because we're starting to get ones over here where they're just a single film. Like recently, Clint Eastwood's In the Line of Fire came out, and if you were to buy that, normally when we get them here, same as you guys, except we do it with the digital. So you get the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital. We just get the 4K and the Blu-ray. But In the Line of Fire did not come with the Blu-ray, but they're still charging the price as if it did come with
that was the same for us too. I thought it came with the Blu-ray and it didn't. But I didn't even see that out anywhere when I went Blu-ray hunting this past week. It wasn't anywhere, so I wasn't at risk.
It's almost like the companies are going, no, you have 4K or you can have Blu-ray. You can't have the two together. I mean, I think it started, man, because I've got the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit, the big steel book and the collection thing. Now, but I knew before I pre-ordered and bought that didn't come with the Blu-rays, but I didn't mind because I've got the Blu-ray set anyway, which I would never get rid of.
Right.
But it seems to be this thing. I just don't understand why. Because even when that was released over to you guys, it was the same. But I don't understand why the Indiana Jones set, you don't get the Blu-ray, but we do. I don't get that because not everybody uses the
I don't
digital
understand
codes.
it either. Yeah.
But then again, if you bought it and you don't use digital codes, you could probably sell all of them for $30. So that takes it down to about what, $69.99, I guess.
Well, what's really strange is that the bonus features disc that's inside of there, that's Blu-ray.
Exactly the same as the one you get in the Blu-ray.
But none of the movies are Blu-ray. It doesn't make any sense at all. No sense.
Yeah.
That would be my biggest complaint so far for physical media this year, is that Indiana Jones collection is very disappointing.
It's the same as the Back to the Future 4K box set. That didn't come in anything. The Steelbook. That was again in the flimsy paper.
Well, that was better constructed though, because I have that one. I have the Back to the Future Steelbook 3 set that I got from Best Buy, and that's a better quality. I don't know. It just seems like the Indiana Jones collection is so flimsy. Like when you take out the actual Steelbook, the inserts collapse like into each other. It's so bad. But the Back to the Future, it's sturdy. You know, I don't know.
But I mean, when I got the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit, I was blown away by it because obviously the tin itself is obviously tin, and like you say, same with the Rambo box set. You've got that kind of sponge inside, which just keeps them
Exactly.
nice.
Yeah, you got the little sponge inside. Yeah, the protector for every. That's how
the
they
weird
should
thing
be.
is as well, it smells so nice, that rubber. I took them all out. I was like, what's that smell? I was like, oh, it's really nice. So
I
yes.
know.
So I got them out the other day to take a photo, and I was like, oh, get a little bit high on that smell.
When I cracked open the Avengers set, I was like, like this is fantastic.
It's like
And
these weird people.
It looks great.
Yeah, it does. You're right. I mean, it's like those weird people like me. I love the smell of new carpet. So if you go in a carpet shop, the wife will be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, just get me here. Or people like the smell of petrol or gas.
I'm not weird. I'm not strange. I'm just smelling the carpet.
I just it's great. Like when we get a new carpet here, she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm just lying on the floor. Just leave me alone.
Yeah.
So yes. So there you go. This is me now expressing to the people who are watching how weird I am. So thank you very much. But I'm sure people who've got the Hobbit thing, if you go and smell it now,
we're all weirdos. All of us Blu-ray, all of us, we're all nerds. We're all a stone cold pack of weirdos. That's fine.
Yeah, we are. That's why
it is what it is.
Spend all the money on that rather than booze, I guess.
Exactly.
I'm having a drink tonight, but that's fine. Right, so I'll go to see who's here. So we have Owen Movie 75 who says hello.
Hello, Owen.
And we have Blu-ray Mark.
Hello, hello.
And we have The Forgotten World of Movies. Hi guys, hope everyone's all doing well tonight. So far, so good.
So far,
Scott's
so good.
here. Scott's great. Scott is like the chief, what can I say this? The biggest fan of mine and my friends' channels. And he's really good. He's like an advocate of the channel. He's just so good.
Oh, nice.
So
Hi, Scott.
Love Scott the bits. And then we have Man of Steel 4K. Good evening, team. Sue, I love your videos.
Oh, thank you.
Always super positive. Will you guys be grabbing the new Jaws 2 and 3 Blu-ray steelbooks?
I did see it's Jaws 2 on the Zavvi website or something like that.
Correct. Yeah.
I didn't know about the third one, but do we really need the third one? 3 and 4 are kind of horrible.
Yeah, I think,
if I were to get another Jaws, it would be Jaws 2, and that's probably it.
Yeah, I'm probably with you on that. I mean, the only reason I only have Jaws 1 on 4K, 2, 3, and the one we shall not mention. I have in a DVD box set, but the reason I would get the set is because I want to see Jaws 3 in 3D. Because I've never seen that, because obviously it was released originally in 3D, hence this Jaws 3D tagline, etc. Yeah, I wouldn't get those two steals. I think it's almost like sometimes the release film, like I've seen the Jaws first one 4K, then it got re-released in our HMV with like the Japanese writing on it, and now they're releasing the steals. But they're not even 4K, so they're obviously not Jaws 2 and 3 on 4K. But yeah, you only talk about 4. Part 4, The Revenge, is a bit like Alien Resurrection. Know it's there.
Like, I'm so torn on it because it's like the collector in me, you have to complete the franchise. You know what I mean? It's like you can't just stop halfway. But it's like they're not good movies. You know, like 3 is like it's like funny, it's ridiculous, and then 4 is just absolutely horrible. But it's like you got to complete the franchise. So that I'm like torn with doing that.
Which is why, on a kind of separate matter, there's kind of like an in thing with the guys over here that I really despise Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one, whatever that
Just
thing. I
call it
hate
Birds
it.
of Prey.
Yeah, but I was in a charity shop over here,
Okay.
and it was $3.99 brand new sealed Blu-ray, and I was like, I promised myself I wouldn't buy it, but like you say, you need to complete the
But it's
collection.
only $3.99. Yeah.
Exactly. So what's that would have been like? What, $7 for you? And I was like, ugh. And I looked around trying to make myself feel better, and I went to my little girl she went, Daddy, can I get Barbie? I said, but that's fine. I feel a bit better buying you that and this together as opposed to purely just buying this. So it's here, it's unsealed, it's put away with all the DC stuff I have over there. Probably never to be watched again, but it is there collecting dust.
Right.
But yeah,
You have it. It's in the collection. There you go.
exactly. Like you say, you've got to collect them all. You know, same with the
Yeah.
Terminator. But then again, I don't own Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines. I own all of the others, but that is the one film I do not own actually at all. I think did have it on DVD, because I just don't like that movie. And now I
Yeah,
know
you
we've
don't
got
need you don't need
Genesis.
to.
It's just I couldn't get away with him. I'm not a big fan of Claire Danes, so I just
Yeah.
couldn't. But yeah. So anyway, that was
You're
not my
not
question.
missing out.
No, I've seen it. You've seen it, been it, done it, and that's it.
Well, considering I did an I hate this movie video on Terminator 3, you know my
It's all right,
feelings
yeah.
about it.
We're in the same fan group here. That's fine. Matt Harwood says hello. Hello, Matt. Last Chance Shez. Good evening, everyone. Hello.
Hello,
Hang
hello.
on. This is what happens. Try and not do. Where are we? Yeah, right. So, Evander. Hello, Paul and Sue.
Slay3r Reviews. Hello, hello.
Love Evander. He's great. Tony's here as well. Hello, Paul, everyone.
Hey, Tony.
He's your Blu-ray brother, and you're his sister. How's it
Yes.
going?
Yeah.
When's the next time you meet up with Tony then? You gonna do anything? Got anything planned? Like face to face? Go when you're an hour away from him. Are you gonna anything in the pipeline?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. What?
Have you got anything in the pipeline to meet Tony again?
Oh,
To do it
meeting
on-
up. We have no plans as of right now, but I'm sure that'll happen shortly. I don't know.
So I watched one of the old videos when you had Dave in there, and Tony picked something up, and
Yep.
Dave was going to take it off him, and he didn't. But you got the what was the steelbook you got? I actually just watched it last night.
Oh, The American Werewolf in London.
That's the one. Yes.
Yep.
The steelbook with all the stickers and everything on it. That was a Xavier exclusive, I think, over here. But you got it in FYE, did you?
I got a FYE and we couldn't find it anywhere. And I actually said before we went hunting, when we were all outside of Best Buy, and one of my subscribers, Rob, also met up with us. So it was 4 of us. And I said, what if there's only one American Werewolf in London steelbook? Who gets it? And they were like, oh, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. We walked into FYE. The 2 guys, Rob and Tony, are on each side of it. They don't even notice it. And I just dove like right in between them and I snatched it. And I was like, oh, who's got it now? They hated me. But they weren't paying attention.
No, exactly. If you go there and there's only one, first come, first serve. That's
Exactly. Yep.
So have they got a copy of it now?
I dove for it.
Exactly, straight in. Have they got their copy yet? Do you know?
What's that?
Have they got their copy yet?
I don't think so.
No, in that case, then. Exactly.
Yep.
Right, we got it. Ollie loves movies. I don't usually watch live streams, but I had to because I recently subbed to Sue's channel and I've been watching her videos pretty much all day.
Yay! Thank you.
There you go. That's awesome. See, that's one of the things as well.
That makes me feel so good. Oh my God.
Well, people come to me and go, Paul, you've helped me along in this COVID lockdown. I'm like, what, with me being an idiot, doing stuff that I don't know what the hell I'm doing on YouTube? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Matt put, do you like the Purge films? I've just started watching them. Election Year is my favourite so far.
I actually do. I enjoy the Purge films, surprisingly enough, because I don't know if would you put the Purge in like the horror category?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because there's deaths, isn't it? I mean, what else would you put it in?
Because
Thriller?
I don't know, because it's not necessarily like overly graphic with like the kills, you know what I mean? But I guess you'd put it in the horror category. Anyway, I'm new to the horror genre because before I started collecting and everything, I never really watched horror, wasn't interested. I'm like, no, I don't want to. And then I started opening up my mind to other genres. So I started watching horror movies, and I picked up the Purge collection, the 4-movie set, a while ago, and I watched like all 4 in a row. And I was like, oh, these, like, one every single night for 4 nights in a row. And I don't know, I just really like them, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, you're right. I am a huge fan of the Purge. As soon as I got my 4K player and I started the channel, I was just like, oh, they're in a deal. I think
Yeah.
I'll get them. So I've got them all in 4K, including, well, it was like the 3 of them, and then it was the first Purge, was the bunch of which wasn't in it. It's funny enough, I've got a big poster on the wall here of the first Purge, a big cinema size one. But yeah, I love, and when I say the first Purge, I mean the movie The First Purge, not the first actual Purge. But it's funny, isn't it, with regards to the Purge, how the first movie was a home invasion.
Right.
And then what they've done is obviously they've then taken what's happening outside the home and then just ran with that.
Yeah.
Which I think because if they did it again the same as the first, it's just kind of recycling. It may as well be a remake.
Right. Yeah,
First one's
I've
best.
enjoyed how they progressed with every single film, and they kept the same core concept, but they made it a little bit more broader every single time that they did it. And now the last one is coming out in what, 2 weeks,
Yeah, the
July
Forever.
2nd. So the Forever Purge. So it's going to be interesting to see how they wrap it up.
Yeah, because I saw the trailer for it and I was like, oh, so it's supposed to end, but it's New Mexico or something, I think, isn't it? Or Mexico City,
Yeah,
or
it looks like very deserty, like Western vibe feel to it. Yeah.
and they've kind of gone. This group of people went, oh, we're just still going to carry on doing it. I don't care. We're just going to go and purge everybody. So it's probably going to be like a kind of revenge thing, I'm guessing. It sounds like you've got the group of people
I don't
shacked
know.
up. But yeah, you're right. Except they've gone a completely different way. They must have thought, we're doing the Purge movies. We're introduced the characters, they get hunted down, they kill it, things off, back to normal life. So obviously that was obviously the second, third, and fourth. So that this one that ended off. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope, hopefully, touch wood, it'll come to the theaters and cinema here, and I'll go along to see it because I've still got like 4 or 5, 6 free cinema tickets to go and use up that my mum gave me. So
Oh yeah,
that'll
you
be
gotta
on there.
go.
Exactly. I didn't have to go on my own. When I went to see Quiet Place Part 2, my friend was working who I go with. The wife hates films, so I just went on my own.
Oh no.
And but I don't, because if you go on your own, yeah, you look a bit like a bit of
Oh,
a
I go on
sado.
my own all the time. I go to the movies by myself all the time.
The thing is, though, if you go on your own, you can go when
Nothing
you
wrong with
want.
it.
You can
Hmm.
sit where you want. You're not depending on anybody else. You can
Right.
get up and leave when you
Exactly.
want. You don't have to
Hmm.
drop anybody off on the way home or anything, and that's it.
Right.
So I
Yep.
literally booked the tickets half an hour before it started, knowing fine well that if it starts at 8, it's not actually going to start at 8:30 because you're going to have all the adverts on beforehand.
Yep.
So yeah, you book your tickets. So yeah, do you still have to sit with your masks have gone now, haven't they?
Um, we can, I believe it's still, if you're eating or drinking, you could take it off, but if you're not, you have to keep it on. I'm getting my second shot on Wednesday, actually.
Okay.
So I think once you're fully vaccinated, then I think that rule is lifted, I believe, because everywhere we go, basically in stores, restaurants, we're not wearing a mask anymore. You don't have to if you're fully vaccinated.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
but we still have space in between our seating.
Yeah. We're still
Yeah.
socially distanced,
Yeah.
but you're right. On the signs when we go in, it's the same as keep your mask on unless you're eating and drinking. So I just wear it, walk into the theater, sit down, take it off because
Me
there's no
too.
one around. You're already spaced, and then the film's finished. Okay, put it back on, and out you go, and
I do the
that's it.
same thing.
There's people
Yeah.
in front of me. I was sitting with them on. I'm like, I couldn't sit, especially if you're going to see something like not that you would,
Yeah.
but like Lord of the Rings. You're like, I'm not leaving this on, sitting down for 3
Like
hours.
3 hours.
No,
Yeah, exactly.
not happening. You know.
Not happening. Yeah. Yeah. When I go to the theater, when I go to see something, I usually go on off times anyway when there isn't a lot of people going. Um, kind of I just don't like being around huge bunch of crowds. So there's usually no one around me, not even in my aisle, like whatsoever. It's just me. So that's no
Oh,
big
you're right.
deal.
You're exactly the same as me. The
Hmm.
thing I hate about going to the theatre is the people who go to the theatre because no matter who it is, they will piss me off. Like when I went to see A Quiet Place Part 2, it was fine. But then there was a guy in front of me and he was on his phone, but he hadn't dimmed the screen. I thought, well, it's starting.
Hmm.
All right, put it down. And I was watching it and you could see again, fully illuminated, hadn't dimmed the screen up. He did that throughout the movie. So I had to kind
Oh,
of move to go behind his head so I couldn't see it. And then when Cillian Murphy's character came on, somebody here shouted his character's name from Peaky Blinders.
Okay.
Like, it's not theatre, mate. Don't shout at the. Oh.
They're
Yes.
not going to respond back to you.
No. Just yeah.
So what's the point?
Exactly. So that's why I don't like going to the cinema, because, well, I don't mind going if it's. I won't if something's like your bog standard cinema movie action. I'll wait. If it's something like Quiet Place or Mortal Kombat or like a blockbuster, I'll go. But other than that, I'm not that bothered. Like Nobody, I saw it. It's saw it all during lockdown before when the cinema was still closed, so I'm not going to go and see that again. But you guys are getting that next month, I think, on 4K. Nobody, the one with
Nobody is on Tuesday, actually.
Oh, this week. Oh,
yes.
Right, okay.
Yep, that's the big new release this week is Nobody. Yep.
Apparently, the steelbook that I've seen for over here is rubbish. It's just yellow with an image on it.
I didn't even see a steelbook option for us, to be honest. If there is a steelbook option, it's going to be a surprise because I haven't seen it. I've only seen it for 4K and Blu-ray. It's the same cover.
Just the
that one. Punch to the face. Yeah.
The amount of people's memes when you look at doing the review with them trying to punch themselves in the face, great. The different ways people are trying to do it. It was funny. Anyway, we'll quickly move on. I didn't do that, so I'm all right. Jason's here. Hello, Paul. Hi, Jace. Welcome, Sue. Great to see you on here.
Thank you.
Love to know why you hate it. No, love the why you hate T3 video. Sorry, I thought.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. Gary's here, Blu-ray collector. Hi, both. Gary's great. He does like a fortnightly haul video where he just goes, "I've got this, I got this, I got this, I got this," and it just continues. But he's also kind of got contacts with Stinky Tuna over in America, so he's kind of helps us get copies of stuff that we can't get, like The Abyss. I've got the Blu-ray of The Abyss, which Gary helped me get.
Nice.
The Ritual. So any kind of Netflix movies which don't have a Blu-ray release, Gary's helps us kind of get them. So he's got like All Me Dead. He's got a Blu-ray copy of that because we don't know if that's going to be coming out anytime soon because it is Netflix. Will it be released? Will it have a 4K? We don't know really. So that's Gary. I've got Play Tendo guy here, which is Pete. Hi Paul and Sue, hope you're having a good weekend. I'm currently watching A Fistful of Dollars. The first in the No Man.
I don't know
trilogy.
what that is.
It's the Good, the Bad and Ugly, but the first one of the trilogy.
Oh, okay.
That's that one. Because he was on another person's stream, and I said to him, "You're not allowed to comment on here unless you've seen Gladiator." So Pete, have you seen Gladiator? Because if you haven't, then I'm not answering any more questions. I told you this. I warned him. You've seen Gladiator, though, haven't you? No.
I have it. I have the steelbook. It's in my never seen it pile.
Gladiator is my all-time favorite.
At least I have it.
Yes. No. Yeah. I'll give you that. Yeah.
I have it.
Okay. I was just hello. Nice little live or an Insta the other day, Paul. Awesome. You have Sue on. I'm a big fan. My question is, do you ever go to the cinema? Obviously, we just mentioned that because we kind of already answered that. But yeah. So, what was the last one you went to see then at the movies?
The last movie, A Quiet Place 2. That was the last movie I went and saw. Yeah. And I'm planning to go see F9, obviously.
See, I can get you back. I have only seen the first Fast and the Furious.
Just the first one?
Just the first one. And I think I'm just not.
Oh man, you haven't seen all the ridiculousness that franchise has to offer.
No. F9 is supposed to be awful.
I don't watch. You know what you're getting going into the Fast and Furious franchise. You know it's going to be outlandish. You know it's going to be absolutely, impossibly ridiculous. It's cheesy goodness. It's Velveeta. That's what I call them. Sean Chandler calls them Taco Bell movies. I call them Velveeta. They're just cheesy. They're cheesy goodness. I know this is going to be off the rails ridiculous. I don't care. I don't care because I know what I'm walking into. So.
Yeah, plus, you're going to get the Jurassic World Dominion beforehand.
That's what I heard. That we're getting some interesting trailers before F9. So looking forward to that.
Yeah. I'm sure within... When does F9 come out? Is it out now for you guys? Or is it
Friday?
So come Saturday, Sunday, there'll be loads of videos on YouTube with somebody with a camera with the Jurassic World Dominion. So that'll be good. What's good? Yeah. Stephen O, hello you two. Hello, Steve.
Hello.
Haley's here. Evening both. I've just subscribed to Movies and Sue. Great to see a
Yay!
female blue tuber. Yes, because I said this Sue when I spoke to you on Thursday that
Yes.
I need sounds. How can I say this politically correct? I would like more ladies to be blue tubers, and those blue tubers to get more out there, because
Yes.
all the people that I kind of follow, apart from yourself and maybe a few others who are behind the camera, are all male. You know, and I go through all the stuff. I've got my YouTube analytics, and it's like sex of followers, male, 100%. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
you know, let's have a bit of quality out there.
Yes.
You know,
Exactly.
I've tried ages to get somebody on, and I'm so happy that you're here. But anyway, so
Thank
Haley's
you.
put, what's your favorite steelbook design, Sue?
My favorite steelbook, not my favorite movie, but my favorite steelbook is the Birds of Prey design. That is my favorite steelbook. It is my favorite steelbook. Have you seen it? It's a great
Is
looking
it the
steelbook.
one where she's upside down in the car, or the comic one?
Yes.
Yes.
No, she's
okay.
upside down on the car.
With a sandwich.
Right. I think I like it so much because I think it just represents Harley Quinn so well. She's my favorite villain. Favorite DC female villain. I love Margot Robbie portraying Harley Quinn. I think she is phenomenal at portraying her in the right material. I mean, she's the highlight of Suicide Squad. Let's be honest. Like, she was the best in that movie. But I love that cover because it's got her mallet, the colors, everything that like represents her. So it's my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I love Margot Robbie playing Harley Quinn. I think you're right. She's the perfect casting for it, and she's got her New York accent, being an Australian, off to an absolute T. She's so well.
Do you want a fun fact? I have a
Go on
fun
then.
fact for you about the accent. So she based her Harley Quinn accent on Lorraine Bracco's character in Goodfellas.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like that thick New York kind of accent.
Was that Ray Liotta's wife? Is that one?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because they're very in Goodfellas. They're very kind of. See, I can't even do. I would just go New York, and it just doesn't sound very good whatsoever. So, but yeah, I love her as Harley Quinn. I just didn't like that movie. I thought you're right. I preferred Suicide Squad to Birds of Prey, but obviously she's done something right because she's going to be in the new James Gunn Suicide Squad. So I'm looking forward to that one.
That's why I'm so looking forward to seeing her in the Suicide Squad, because with the right person, the right material, James Gunn knows how to handle weird material because of Guardians of the Galaxy. So I feel like he's the perfect fit for that movie, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he is going to revamp it and change it and turn it around, and to see her performance elevated because of it. They have her in her traditional Harley Quinn red and black, which is awesome, compared to the pink and the blue. So I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I think very much in this one, though, she's going to share the stage with everybody, because obviously with the first Suicide Squad, I think it was very much Will Smith, and then she was second fiddle because of him being the larger actor in it.
Yeah.
But with this one, I think she's going to be on this on the same level with everybody else.
An even keel. Yeah.
Exactly. So, Gary's put just up to Sue. Looking forward to checking out your channel.
Yay!
So that's good.
Fantastic.
It's all working. It's all working.
Keep on subbing, guys. Got to get to 4K. I need that 4K.
How many are 4,000?
Last time I checked, I'm at 3,652, I think, subscribers.
Okay. So
I'm
there's
almost
27
there.
people watching. So if all those 27 people sub to Sue,
Sub.
we can help her on her way. Yeah. Sub
Exactly.
away. Get her there.
Sub, guys.
Get more monetized. Get her more monetized. Sophie's Retro Revival says hello.
Hello.
Ricky Ashley's put, do you like the Tomb Raider films?
I like the first one.
The Angelina one.
Angelina. Yeah, I forgot about the other one.
Yeah.
I forgot about the reboot. I didn't mind the reboot. I have to watch it again, but I didn't mind it. Regular Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider. I enjoyed the first one. Second one kind of let me down, and that's because it was a different director.
Is Daniel Craig in the first one or the second one?
Second.
And Jared Butler's in the first one.
No. Daniel Craig's in the first one. Gerard Butler's in the second one. Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Because they were supposed to be doing a sequel to the Alicia Vikander one, but that's kind of disappeared. off the face of the
That's
radar.
been off the radar for a while. Yeah.
I mean, when I went to see it, I kind of came out and I was just like, it was all right, nothing spectacular, but I just don't think, and I could be people who are watching this, I don't think she's. How can I say this? Again, I'm trying to be politically correct. I don't think she's the right body shape to play Lara Croft because of what you see in the movies. I mean, sorry, in the
Hmm.
game and what you see with regard to Angelina Jolie. You want
Yep.
someone who's got more of a fuller figure as opposed to her being skinny, if you know what I mean. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, total sense. Yeah, I get it.
It's okay. I just want to sound like, oh, you just want to see someone with big boobs. No, it's a fact of she doesn't have the archetypal, like you wouldn't have, for example, James Corden playing like Dalzim out of Street Fighter because he's a skinny Indian, and then obviously James Corden. So, no, it's just
Right.
I'm just digging myself a big hole here, so I'm just going to move on before I get into trouble.
I get what you're saying. It's okay. It's okay.
That's fine.
I mean, Angelina Jolie was such a great choice to play because
Yeah.
she looks exactly like that character. And I've never played Tomb Raider. I have no idea about the video game aspect, but I mean, what I've seen, she's like the real life version of this video game character. So that was brilliant casting alone. And then the first one, I think, was just elevated better
Yeah.
than the second one because they just had these little nuances that were a part of the video game that they
Yes.
like incorporated in there, which I don't think was really in the second one. So I was kind of like, you
Yeah, I
know,
think the second one was kind of like thrown out there on the back of the success of the first one, and I think the
yeah,
new one is just because everyone seems to be jumping on the revamping and rehashing situation that's going on with everything at the minute. I was going to mention something about that as well. Yes, you've seen Hollow Man.
Hollow Man?
Yeah, the one with Kevin Bacon when he goes invisible.
No,
Okay. Well,
I
if you ever
haven't.
do watch that, there's a girl who lives in the apartment over the road from him who he kind of stalks when he comes invisible.
Uh-huh.
I've forgotten her name, but the actress who plays that played the kind of live action in the pictures and media over here in the UK because she's an English actress.
Okay.
So she was the first kind of live action and Lara Croft I saw before Angelina. But yeah, so if you watch Hollow Man and there's a girl there
Okay.
combing her hair while looking in the mirror, that's the
Okay.
girl who played her first, I believe. I could be wrong.
Okay.
A bit of interesting stuff for you. Have you seen Sam Raimi's A Simple Plan? Oh, Bill
No.
Paxton. It rings a bell. No, I'm thinking of Frailty. That's what I'm thinking of. Because I think Bill Paxton's in a film called Frailty. But yes, but anyway, I haven't. So
I
sorry
haven't
about
either.
that one. No. What's your favourite genre? Oh, chunky. I think what I'm going to do is as well. This could be a troll, so I'm going to keep on it. If anybody watching this knows the trolls. So, what's your favourite genre of films? We'll answer the question.
My favorite genre. My favorite genre. Horror. No, it's not my favorite. It's my new favorite. Um, God, I've been really into action movies lately. I don't know why. I've been binging Arnold, Sly, Bruce, like any action that I can get my hands on. I don't know why. So I guess action has just become my
Yeah.
favorite.
I
I don't
mean, me
know.
personally, I don't have any. I just like a film to like a film. I wouldn't purposely go, oh, there's another sci-fi out, or there's another
Yeah.
horror. I think it's for me, it's just if the film's entertaining, and I'll just be straight in with it. So I am with you saying horror. This film I've got here, I've had for ages. I have the sequels on digital. This one I have on physical. I've never seen it because I'm too scared
Okay.
to. But that's Insidious. Have
Ooh.
you seen that one?
No.
This kid here, where is he? I believe that's the kid out of Jurassic World. You know, the younger one out of Jurassic World, of the two brothers
Okay.
who was
Okay.
on this
Hmm.
gyrosphere, whatever. Um, yeah, it's supposed to be very scary, and I don't mind horror movies. I don't mind gore. I don't mind guts. It's just the kind of psychological, like ghost ones, like the Conjuring series. I've never watched any of those. I need to
Nope.
start
Me
watching
either.
those. It's that
I
kind
cannot
of
stand ghost movies. That's one
no.
thing in horror I won't watch. I don't like jump scares. I don't like that at all. And Rob, who came Blu-ray hunting with us, Tony Durant and me, he
Yeah,
sent me The Conjuring
right. Have you
because
watched it?
he wants to torture me.
Have you watched it yet, though?
No,
No.
I have not watched it.
Okay. Yeah, I started to watch it, and I stopped. Um, I think it was probably because I was so far behind the pillow that I couldn't actually see the movie. So I stopped. But yeah, it's funny. It's funny because, like I said earlier on, we're all geeks and nerds. I love Zach Bagans in Ghost Adventures. Right, I love that show so much. It's over here every week or whatever. The Ghost. Have you heard of it?
No.
Okay, I think it's on your travel channel. So Zach Bagans is a guy who's from Vegas, and they all go into haunted places in America, and they kind of set up the cameras and go on alone, get themselves locked in, and they just so there's nobody like following them around, filming them. But people following them around are the people who were there with them, and it's all trying to capture ghosts. And I don't mind watching that purely because I think at the end of the day nothing happens, so you're quite happy with it. But yeah, with Insidious. Sinister as well is another one that I watched with a friend ages ago, and I thought, oh, this looks all right, and I kind of went out. My mate watched the rest of it, or I pretended that I fell asleep. Yeah, so Sinister is the scariest one I've watched. So Insidious, but the thing is as well, over here also the ratings we've got. This is a 15 certificate. So bearing in mind somebody who is like 25, 26 years younger than me can watch this and not get scared, then it makes me feel a bit of a pussy. So yes.
I'm 40 and I can't watch. Like age does not matter.
I'm 42 and I don't know. I cried at Raya and the Last Dragon. You know, I'll say it. Put my hand up and I'll say I cried at it at the end when everybody comes together. The wife was like, "What are you weeping?" No.
No, I got something in my eye.
I didn't cry at Luca, so I was happy with that one. I don't cry at many films.
Oh, I haven't watched that one yet. I gotta watch that one soon.
It's randomly I said the kids, "Do you want to watch it?" It just come out yesterday because it was on Friday. It came out.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, yeah. So they watched it on Saturday. And I was up early with them, so the wife went for a lie down, and I'm watching it, and I can just see myself going. I was falling asleep. So they watched it, and then they came back wherever they've been swimming, I think, and they watched the rest of it. So I watched the rest of it with them. And I took my little one down this morning, and then she wanted to watch it again. So I've seen it 1.5 times now.
Okay.
And it's good. It's not Raya. I think Raya is, to me, the best Pixar just come out of late. Better than Soul. I just love Raya. I think purely.
Really? I gotta watch it because now it's free on Disney Plus, so I could watch it.
Yeah. I was going to buy it because obviously you have to pay for it. And I'm thinking, well, if I buy it in 4K, it's going to be like £25 over here. Mm-hmm. But it's still streaming in 4K through Disney Plus anyway. So I'll wait till it comes down in price. But yeah, I love Raya. I've seen Soul. I think I probably like it because not as much Soul as a musical because it's based on like a musician. But I'm not I prefer Disney's when they don't have musicals in them. Which is why I think I like Raya. Plus, it's more fantasy. It's more adventure. So yes,
I wasn't too thrilled with Soul. I wasn't. I mean, I watched it one time. Okay, I watched it. I don't think I'm ever gonna watch it again. I don't know.
No, it got rave reviews over here from other people that I know in the Bluetooth community in the UK. Yeah, it was all right. But the same with Cruella. I mean, obviously, I know it's kind of a different thing. I thought Cruella was all right.
I love that one. So
I'd only give
Cruella.
it a 7.5 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good, but I'd only give it a 7.5. But I did like it how they wrapped it up at the end, where they can go straight into 101 if they wanted to, or they can kind of still bide the time until those, because they're just puppies, aren't they? So they could wait till Pongo and Perdita, is it?
Perdita? Yeah, Perdita.
Yeah, until they're obviously
and
more
Pongo.
fully grown. Yeah. But, yeah. Cruella's good.
I mean, they announced that they're doing a sequel, but are they really? Sometimes they announce things and they haven't done them. We still don't have Aladdin 2. They announced they were going to do a sequel for that, and we haven't heard anything about it. So you never know. I think they're waiting to see final box office totals, maybe globally. I have no idea if it's even worth pursuing a sequel.
I personally hope because
I personally hope we get one.
Impact. Yeah, I'd like to see where the story goes. Yeah,
I hope we get one because I loved Emma Stone as Cruella. I thought she did an amazing job, and the chemistry between her and the two guys, I forget their acting names, but Horace and Jasper, I thought it was great. And Emma Thompson played a fantastic villain. She was great.
One of her two sidekicks, I was watching it. I'm like, the larger guy, I recognize you from somewhere.
Yes, He's been in
Richard
so
Jewell.
many things. Oh, what's his name? Paul Walter Hauser. That's his name.
Because I
Yes.
recognize him from Richard Jewell. I'm like,
Yes, Richard
oh,
Jewell. He was in I, Tonya. He's on Cobra Kai. Yeah, he's in a
is
lot
he
of
in
things.
Cobra Kai?
Yes, he's in Cobra Kai. Yep.
Is it the guy who trains when they go and play hide and seek or something? Is that right?
Yeah, he's like the older guy that kind of shows up at the dojo kind of randomly, and he says this is only for high schoolers, and he's like, I don't care or something like that. He wants to
That's
join.
right. Because didn't they both have tags? One was red, one was blue. Had to go and play hide and seek and find each other, and they all found each other and
Yes.
forgot about him, and he
Yes,
just come up from a.
he was buried. Yes, and he comes popping out. Yeah. That's
There you
him.
go. Yes. See, I couldn't remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know when the next Arrow sale is happening in the UK? No idea.
Nope.
I'll be honest with regards to this, is that Arrow stuff, I think sometimes flat. I mean, do you get much Arrow? Are you an Arrow collector basically or not?
No.
No, but you know of the.
I know of the name, but I don't really know specifics about that line of physical media or anything like that.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a what kind of American thing could it be similar to? But the thing with Arrow, they release 80s and 90s like classics as such, and they're kind of flatter to the Z. They're not as good. Like they did one like The Burning. They did recently. Well, they're doing releasing Dune in 4K, which I've pre-ordered. Not the new one, the David Lynch one. They did Donnie Darko, Battle Royale, those kind of films. But the thing is, as well, with the UK iTunes, whenever they do a sale, they release them digitally for $2.99 each. So what, like,
Oh, really?
yeah, I'm just like, I'll just get that digitally.
Oh,
Just get that
wow.
digit. So if because I knew Donnie Darko was coming out in 4K, and it was
Yeah.
it was an HD in iTunes. I'm like, well, it's going to get bumped up to 4K anyway. So I bought it $2.99. Couple of weeks later, boom, 4K, which is good because the disc that they sent out is rubbish, and everyone's waiting for a replacement of it because the frame rate's
Right.
all off. So goodness knows what we're going to do with that. Phil's here. Phil's another great lad. He's great man, should I say? He's a great advocate of the channel. So thank you very much, Phil, and hello to
Hey.
you.
Hi, Phil.
This one, Fair Design Steelbook and Collection. We've already done that one.
Already said it.
Yeah. What films do you love? Would you love to get a Blu-ray which films would you love to see get a Blu-ray transfer? Yeah. So what's on DVD, which hasn't been released on Blu-ray yet?
I mean, the one movie that I could think of off the top of my head is The Family Stone. That is my favorite Christmas movie. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's Diane Keaton and Sarah Jessica Parker. It's an all-star cast, and it's a family Christmas movie. And I've never seen it on Blu-ray. I don't think it has a Blu-ray release, so I would love to have that as a Blu-ray because it's my favorite Christmas film.
I think
Other
I've
than
heard
that,
it.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Whenever this question comes up over here, it's always two answers everyone says, which is The Abyss and True Lies.
Mm.
Always
You
seems
know
to
what?
be.
I have True Lies from stinkytuna.com.
Yeah, that's where I got The Abyss from as well. So, but it got
So I already have it.
it got a Spanish release on Blu-ray apparently. But and the transfer is supposed to be quite good. But I'm still impressed with The Abyss because the only way you can watch it at the minute if you buy the DVD is when it's when you have the smaller TVs and you've just got the little TV box, not widescreen. You've got the little
Yeah.
thing in the middle. So if you watch them, that's on that. But this one's put it full widescreen. It's the director's cut. It's the full 2.5 hours and whatever it is. But yeah, but for me,
Oh, good.
obviously Family Stone for me the best, but I've already got it. Just watching your Pixar movie, Luca, so good. It's quite good. This how we're answering the questions before I've even looked.
I know, right? We're already given the answers before. Yeah.
Exactly. Awesome. Phil's just subbed to you, so that's
Yeah.
great. That's what we're here for.
Excellent.
What's your favorite Kurt Russell film?
Oh, my favorite Kurt Russell film. I don't watch a lot of Kurt Russell. Well, I recently watched The Thing, so I love The Thing. I thought he was good in that.
So
And I love Overboard. Him and Goldie Hawn together in
good. Yeah.
Overboard. I think that's getting an Blu-ray re-release or release, something like that. That's coming up in August or something. But yeah, I love that movie.
Do you think they'll do a package of that with the remake?
They
I
shouldn't.
can't even remember who was in the remake.
Anna Faris and
Yes.
some other guy.
isn't Anna Faris Chris Pratt's ex-wife? Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. From
Yep.
Scary Movie 1?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
I always remember. So I think favourite Kurt Russell. I'll probably go The Thing, because The Thing is one of my all-time favourite movies. But he's all right in what's the Tarantino one called? When he's the stuntman Dave, I think he's called. Oh, I've forgotten now. Nobody likes the film because it's all grindhouse and all the cinema reels all over the place. But I like him in that. You're right, Overboard's good. Escape from New York, absolute classic.
I haven't seen that one.
So yeah, you've got to see that. It's awesome. I'll probably go with The Thing. But of course, I haven't seen Big Trouble in Little China, so
I haven't seen it either.
So that's okay. I tell you what came on. Just randomly saying Goldie Hawn the other day. What randomly came out on the UK Netflix was Bird on a Wire with Mel Gibson, and I haven't seen that in ages.
I haven't seen that at all.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen it at all.
It's a nice cheesy 90s Mel Gibson trying to be like in love with her but protecting her kind of situation going on.
Okay.
So there you go. The Terminator 2 Steelbook is cool. I'm guessing that might mean your Target exclusive.
My Target, yes. I was gonna say, is that the T2 Total Recall lenticular double pack? Yes, indeed. It's awesome.
There was actually once, I think you put it up and then Tony showed it off and then Dave showed it off. There's this massive tsunami wave of jealousy that just hit the Bluetooth community in the UK. And there's even a guy I know who's on YouTube as well, and I was like, how much would it be if you got me that the same via like postage? He was like, probably about $30 to post it. I was like, doesn't matter, it's fine, I can live without it. It's highly wanted over here, I think.
I think Dave got 2 or 3 copies. He's obsessed. You know this. He loves Arnold.
Yes. When he was on the stream, he had 3. I think he showed in the background.
3, yeah.
Yeah. He's probably
Not
got
surprised.
about 10 now. He's probably just going to buy them all. But I think that steelbook will be highly sought after over here. So if somebody got that and put it on eBay, that could.
They're going to get money for it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just going to. I might put Paul. What do you think of it? What do you think of it? I haven't watched it yet. I've not watched Insidious yet. There's a film I've got to watch tonight. To prevent what it is. Oh yeah. By the way, everybody, we're watching. We're discussing with Sue. Sue's only on till 10 o'clock here, 5 o'clock here time, just an hour and a half, just so you know. I'll stay on afterwards, don't worry. There's a film come out called Censor, as in like a censorship, CENSOR, that I've got to watch. But I've also got Insidious. But I want to watch Censor tonight, hopefully. See what that's like. So I think it's a British film, but it's supposed to have got all these rave reviews. But it's one of those rave reviews where it's actually a weird film, as opposed to kind of mainstream. Actually, speaking of weird, have you watched Promising Young Woman yet?
Promising Young Woman?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I love that movie. Yes.
It was a nice twist at the end, I think.
Yes.
But it was kind of almost like that was planned, so other stuff would go into motion.
Yeah, I don't know. I really love that movie. It was creative, and I think we need more movies like that, to be honest, where a girl or a woman just takes control and like get stuff done. Like she was getting. I mean, granted, I'm not advocating for women to go out and deceive guys in bars. Like I'm not saying do that by any means. But it's just like the message of the movie, like don't let guys get away with doing certain things, stand up for yourself. That's the underlying theme of the movie. And I love that. That's very woman empowerment. The way the character goes about it is not how I would or how I recommend to anyone out there, but it was just badass. And I loved how Carey Mulligan played it. And Emerald Fennell, I'm looking forward to seeing more of her stuff. I mean, I know that she is writing a DC movie right now, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that's going to turn out. It might be something that turns DC around because it's not as consistent as Marvel. We all know I'm a big Marvel fan,
Yeah.
proud of it. So I love it. Love
Yeah, I
it.
mean, when I watched it, I thought it's basically your female revenge movie, but
Yeah.
an intelligent female. I would say a
Yes.
thinking man's, but that's obviously man. So if a thinking woman's revenge movie, I'd say that was
Yes.
it, because there's not much gore in it. There's not much blood in it, but it is a kind of, yeah. I think that's probably how I would give it. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I like the twist at the end. So yeah,
And the way that there was actually two twists in that movie, obviously the end, but the other twist being that her boyfriend was actually somewhat involved
yes,
with it.
yes. So if
I
anybody
just
hasn't
thought,
watched this,
I
there
was
you
like,
go.
it's been out for a while, guys,
Yeah.
okay? But that blew my mind. Like, I watched it the second time with my mother. I bought the Blu-ray. We watched it here together, and she gasped at that scene. I was like, see? I was like, Mom, it's
I
so
forgot about
good.
that twist. I was thinking about the other one. What
Yeah.
happens at the
So
end to her? But I forgot about that.
to deliver two twists in a movie like that is pretty good.
Plus the necklace thing as well. Like she purposely wore that necklace because she knew
Yep.
that whatever happened, that necklace would survive, which
Yes.
is that is awesome.
Yep.
But yeah,
It was just very well planned.
yes,
Everything about that
the
movie.
script was great and it was really
Yes.
well directed as well, and it was a
Yes.
lovely. Yes, it was really. And the soundtrack was good as well.
Oh, it was great. Great.
Uh,
No, Tony, I have not. No, no, no.
we should do a live stream of you watching The Conjuring and me watching The Insidious and see who
I'd
closes
be
their eyes
like this
first.
the entire time. Be like, no.
Although I started watching The Conjuring, the first 20 minutes you're fine.
The first 20 minutes.
That's how much I've watched, and it's fine.
Okay.
But I've seen the trailer, and I know, obviously, after that, things can go wrong. So yes, so to 20
Okay,
minutes, you're
so
fine.
after 20 minutes, I'll shut it off.
Yeah, that's it. So you can see. Have you
Okay.
seen it? Kind of. I've
You're
seen
like,
three. I've seen a
yeah,
quarter of it.
little bit, little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Rob's here. He's put a great stream and a thumbs up.
Yay.
So
Thank you.
thanks, Rob. Here we go. Martin's here. Just watched Tigerland with Colin Farrell for the first time. Fantastic movie. Which movies have you guys watched and never fancied when they were released, but watched years later and loved? That's an interesting question.
That is an interesting question. I honestly can't think of a movie that I didn't like in the theater and then love later. I don't think that's happened to me.
Have you seen Tigerland?
No.
Tigerland is a Vietnam training camp with Colin Farrell as a kind of soldier who's in training who just doesn't give a rat's ass about anything, and he helps people get out by feigning injury or getting injured to get them out. It's a good film. With regards to never fancied, I remember when I was younger, my friends used to choose what movies we would go to see, and they wanted to go and see LA Confidential. Now I never even heard of it, and I went to see it, and I came out, and I thought that film was immense. It's
Really?
just, yeah. I was just like, I like that. It's like I kind of get what Martin's saying, because a lot of films I put off and put off and put off and go, no, I don't fancy it tonight. I don't fancy it tonight. I did that with Parasite. I'd had it for ages, but I was never in the mood to watch it. And I thought, you know
Yeah.
what? Watch it. And I watched it, and I thought, wow, I'm glad I did. And it's now one of my favorite films. It's
good.
so good. But yeah, I don't think there's anything fancy that released, but we watched years later and loved. I don't. No, I mean, I still have to watch the Harry Potter films. I still have not watched any of other than the first Harry Potter
Me
film.
either. I haven't watched, besides the first one, I went to see it when I was in college because all of my friends made me go see it because they were all going to see it. And I was like, nah, I'm not interested. And they're like, you're coming. They kind of just dragged me to the theater. Besides that one time, I haven't seen any of them. But
Yep.
I have the entire Blu-ray collection because I got it on like a massively good sale for like $35 or something like that. It was a great deal. So I picked it up. So it's in the never seen it pile.
Yep. I'm kind of the same. I've watched the first one. Didn't see it at the cinema. I watched it till it came out. I watched it. But I think the problem was for me, and I say this in every time, is that it came out at the same time with Lord of the Rings. And because of that, I thought Lord of the Rings adult, Harry Potter kids. And that's why I gravitated towards Lord of the Rings, and then it got into the Harry Potter thing. So now as people have got older, like younger than us but older, they were brought up in Harry Potter, so they love the movies. Whereas because of my generation, age at the time, although there's people probably my age and your age who love Harry Potter, but I never
Yeah.
got into it. So this new, like, the rides at Universal or whatever with the Harry Potter Village and all that, that doesn't do anything for me. I could go there and quite happily not go to anything like that.
Yeah.
But like you, I had them all. I bought them all, but then I
Mhm.
sold them. But I have them all digitally, so I still technically own them. But I would, if I was going to watch them, I'd have to start with the Philosopher's Stone for us, Sorcerer's Stone for you, and then just go
Yeah.
through it, in the right order. Again, as you said, it's on the to watch. But I've got, like you said, a massive to watch. Where's my to watch pile? I've got a lot. I mean, so far, if I just grab them, this is half. Well, not even half. There. So we've got The Aviator to watch again, Shutter Island to watch again, Billy Lynn's Long Half Time Walk, Green Lantern to watch again, Teen Wolf to watch again, Dark Skies to watch again, I Saw the Devil, and The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, which I've never seen.
Oh, that's a good one.
And I also pulled out an absolute classic to try and rewatch, which is this one,
Oh, The Rocketeer.
The Rocketeer. I loved this when I was a kid, and as soon as Xavi over here did like a 1920s kind of steelbook for it, I was like, oh, I've got to got that. And I got it, and I watched it the day it came out, the day I bought
Yeah.
it. Such a good movie. I love Rocketeer. It's one of those as well when you
I
used to
think
go around.
I think I saw it one time when it first came out, and I've never watched it again. I don't know why.
It was one of those when you used to go on the backlot tour in Florida and Disneyland. They had, because the part of it, there's an ice cream shop in the shape of a dog, and they had that dog on the backstage tour. I always remember that. That's the only part of that I remember. But yeah, I think it was about, must be now 8 years ago, 9 years ago since I watched it. But I think it's part of my like Harry Potter to others. It's kind of that film that you have as a kid that you grow up
Yeah.
with. Like, people always love the Goonies, but at that time that came out, it was Monster Squad for me, so I prefer the Monster Squad to Goonies.
Hmm.
It's kind of like, I guess it's just what you brought up on, really, isn't it? So
Yeah. Yeah, it really is.
we've got Legend Lewis saying, "Hey Susan."
Hey.
We've got Liam DVD Collector. Hi both. I'm new to this channel. I've subbed. I've started watching Star Wars films this
Yay.
week. Today I watched Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, and The Force Awakens Episode 7. Really enjoying them so far. Don't watch Last Jedi, Liam, because it's rubbish. And don't watch any of the prequels, because they're rubbish as well. If you stick with 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9, you'll be all right. Miss all the other ones out and you'll be fine. And definitely watch The Mandalorian. That's my advice as a
I
Star Wars
haven't
fan.
seen any of them. I haven't seen Star Wars whatsoever.
So
None.
Now you see, I wish that I could be in your shoes, because I'd love to rewatch them all as a first time watch,
Hmm.
because that would be so good to kind of have that feeling again as watching them. Because people always ask on streams like this, what film have you watched that you wish you could watch again for the first time? I think for me it'd probably be Ghostbusters or Back to the
Oh,
Future.
I love Ghostbusters. In
So
fact, I love all of them. Those
yeah,
are good ones.
not the women though. You're not a fan of the Answer the Call way?
Well, I mean,
Ghostbusters.
I have it, but it's not like good.
Yeah, it's the complete collection.
I wasn't all about it. I got it because it was like $5. So I'm like, yeah, I'll get it. That's only the reason why.
I can't wait for the new one. That is one of my.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward. I love Paul Rudd. I think he's fantastic and he's underrated. He needs to be used more. So I'm looking forward to this one, and it's
I
going to be
think
more of like a horror aspect. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
rumor is that he's the bad guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I wouldn't mind that because that's something I don't think he's ever played before.
No.
Really?
So I was
So
have to get. But the problem is as well, because it's been delayed and delayed and delayed. Because obviously it's supposed to be out last August, September, wasn't it?
yeah, last year, yeah.
It's building it up, isn't it? And then people are going to see it, and I just hope to God it's going to be good, because there's so much expectation on it now.
I think
Same
it's
with
going to be. It's going to be because it's directed by the son of the original director, and he knows how to carry on the franchise for his father. He wouldn't
yeah,
put out garbage.
no,
Plus, I think what's his name? Ivan Reitman, right? He's the one that
yeah,
directed. Ivan Reitman.
yes.
He's been. I saw an interview. He's been on the set pretty much every single day that they were filming. So he's pretty much been like overseeing and overlooking everything. So I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm really, really hoping it's going to be good because I know that obviously Last Jedi is part of Star Wars is part of my bringing up background to films. So when Last Jedi came out and I came out of it, I was a bit meh. That kind of disappointed me, which is why I enjoyed Rise of Skywalker more because I thought it was a much
Yeah.
better film. So when I went to see Ghostbusters Answer the Call, and I came out of that and I was like, yep. I just came out and went, well, I've seen it, I've done it, I've watched it once. It's got dancing in it and a song bit at the end. Why, when it's a Ghostbusters film? Let's not go into that. But I've seen it, I watched it. You got your guys who are playing cameos, and there was just like Dan Aykroyd in the taxi saying, "I'm not afraid of no ghosts," and then driving off, and I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
but yeah, I just don't want it to kind of deflate. But I will look at it, and I'm going to give it the best shot at a fair review, I think. Because same with the Quiet Place Part 2, I loved the first one, and I was worried about the second one. We're doing a follow up. But I was glad that John Krasinski came back in to direct it. So fingers crossed for Part 3. I know it's a different guy who's going to direct it though.
I'm excited for Part 3 because I thought the sequel lived up to the anticipation of what we were expecting. Probably a little bit surpassed it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm only nervous about Part 3 because John Krasinski is not writing or directing it, I don't believe. I think he's just producing it.
Yeah.
That makes me nervous because, like
I think
say,
he's convinced by his wife and the studio to direct the second one.
which I don't know why, because he has a clear vision. You know, he's a very talented director. I mean, these movies are fantastic. And then, like I say, it's like you're handing over your baby to a stranger.
Yeah.
And you don't know how well the stranger is going to take care of your baby. That's the only thing that makes me a little bit nervous about the third part, but I want to see a third. I'm hoping they stop at 3. Don't go beyond. It's meant to be a trilogy. Just leave it alone after 3.
Oh,
I
they're
don't
going to
want
do a
all
spin-off prequel or something on there as well, apparently, like a series.
I don't know. I don't want anything spinning off because we don't
No.
need it. It's not necessarily just make it a trilogy. That's it.
But you see, the problem is though, with the film companies, they're all like, "That's popular. We'll do a second one. Oh, that's getting rave
Exactly.
reviews. We'll do a third one. Oh, can we do that? Like The Walking Dead, and you've got Fear the Walking Dead, and then you've got what's the next? There's got another Walking Dead as well, haven't there?
I've never seen The Walking Dead, so
So it's
I've never watched The Walking Dead, but I know it's
going back
like,
to The Purge. There's the Purge TV show, which I've never seen either.
is there a Perch TV show?
Yeah, it's got 2 seasons apparently.
Hmm.
It's on our Prime here in the UK on Amazon. I'm still to watch that. Excuse me, but yeah, like Ghostbusters, got to be good. Got to be good. Fingers crossed.
It's gonna be good.
Got to be good.
I have faith. It's gonna be awesome.
If not, I'm gonna be writing a very long email to Ivan Reitman and his son Jason of how much this person who you don't even know, don't even care about, disliked it. But yeah, that's what I'm. Peter's. Oh yeah, yes, Paul. I watched Gladiator last night, and yeah, it was glorious. The soundtrack was epic. The Gladiator train is in full swing now.
So now I have to watch Gladiator sometime soon.
Yes, please do.
Okay.
It's like I said, it only came out in 2000, and I was how old was it in 2021, 22 or something when it came out. So obviously I'd seen films before that, and obviously you've got classics like you said, Ghostbusters, Back to the Future, but that came out. I'm a big history fan. I love all the historical stuff. I love the Roman history stuff, and that came out, and it was gladiators, and it was just epic, and that's why plus it's got a great. I think it's Hans Zimmer who does not that I'm into all this. Oh, this is directed in cinematography and whatever, but I know Hans Zimmer did all. I think it's Hans Zimmer did the score for it, and it's just there's one song in it that I had played at my wedding. It's just, but I think I had played at the wedding, but I think it was when his wife died, and it's like, oh, we're going to meet again. I think it was probably inappropriate, but yes, that was about it. Liam's also put Gladiator as a masterpiece. He loved it also. That's good. Have either of you seen The Father? I'm tempted to go see it tomorrow.
Yes.
Kind of.
You have it?
I have it here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Stinky Tuna right there. Um, but I haven't. I've watched the thing. I think it's one of those films, like I said about um, Parasite, that I have to be in the right frame of mind to watch it because you know
Yes.
what it's about. But I already know before I've watched it, regardless of the reviews, what it's about, who's in it, that
Right.
it's going to be awesome. And I'm presuming you're saying it's going to be good as well.
I mean, you can't just casually pick up The Father and put it in. You know, like
No.
you have to like, okay, I'm watching The Father today or what. I mean, I went to the theater to go and see it because it was like my one chance to see
Yeah.
it before the end of award season. So I really want to see it because I cover award season on my channel. So I
Yeah.
needed to see it. And I had to like mentally, okay, it's going to be a sad movie. I know what I'm walking into. And I was a puddle of tears in the last sequence with Anthony Hopkins, just that long stretch of like what 10, 15 minutes, the last, oh my God, it killed me.
You tell me that now, aren't you? I'm going to be watching that. Wife's going, yeah, I'm going to bed now.
And
It's a matter, I really just got something in my eye. What? Yeah, I've got something in my eye. You're crying, aren't you? Yeah, I am.
yep,
Yeah.
I am.
I lent it to my mum, but she hasn't got around to watching it yet. So we shall come back to it and watch it and go, oh God, Paul, I couldn't watch that again. Oh, cheers, thanks. Right. Because you're only here for another 24 minutes or so, I'm going to quickly go through. So, out of Black Widow, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Eternals, Spider-Man No Way Home, which upcoming MCU are you most excited for?
Most excited for out of that list, it's probably a tie between Black Widow. I love my ScarJo. I need my ScarJo. I've been waiting for this movie for so long, as everyone else. And Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm excited for both of those the most. Probably the least Shang-Chi, only because I have no idea
What it's
about this
about?
character. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have no idea who this character is. So that doesn't mean I'm not going to watch it. Of course, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch all of those. But I mean, Black Widow, I'm just like fiending for.
I think for me, from all those, probably Spider-Man, because I want to know whether or not it's going to be a multiverse or not. That's the real reason that it's kind of hyped up for me. Because
It's going to be a multiverse. It's going to be a multiverse.
it's going to be something like that. But
It's
I've
going to
just
be a
saw the set
multiverse.
pictures on Instagram here of in London this weekend. They were filming the Flash movie, so you saw a picture of Michael
Yep.
Keaton. There's a picture of Ezra Miller. There's a picture of the girl playing Supergirl. All that stuff on set there today. So that's doing. And then recently, the Batman was filmed. And I don't know, of all those, I'm more looking forward to watching the Batman.
Uh-huh.
I think to see what Robert Pattinson's like, because again, he's one of those like Heath Ledger's going to play the Joker. He's going to be rubbish, and I'm kind of looking forward to Robert Pattinson because like, oh, he's going to be a Batman to kind of see what
Yeah.
he does. He looked good in the trailer. It looked dark. It looked gritty. It
Oh,
looked raw.
I love that trailer. I'm really looking forward to seeing the Batman as well. I want to see what else Robert Pattinson is capable of doing. I mean, obviously, Twilight, branded Twilight, but he's worked so hard to shake that off as an actor, and he's progressively proven himself again and again. The Lighthouse, he
Tenet.
gave an incredible performance. Tenet, and now he's going to be in the Batman. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do with that.
Exactly. I'm seeing if my friend Peter's no, he hasn't come back. Just you and me, I'm afraid, Sue. So you won't get to
That's
meet Pete.
fine.
It's a shame.
We're a party of two.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. So I was just talking to Sue.
Yay!
Also, I love watching movie collectors and people who love movies. Thanks, there, Liam. That's very kind
Yay!
of you.
Fantastic.
Sue, what inspired you to start doing YouTube, and how long have you been doing it for?
How long have I've been doing it for? Well, I always say July is like my anniversary month because I started sometime in July. I just don't remember the date, so my anniversary is coming up.
So you've been doing it less than a year?
I've been doing this 3 years now.
Oh, 3. Okay, sorry. When you said anniversary,
Yeah.
I'm thinking you've only been doing it a year. Okay.
Oh,
fair enough.
no. I think 3 years, maybe 4. I don't know. I think 3 though. I think 3. But it didn't start off as a movie channel or Blu-rays or anything like that. I started YouTube as, it sounds dumb, but I broke up with my boyfriend at the time,
Okay.
and I wanted a creative outlet, but I didn't want to like write in a journal or write songs or something stupid like that. So I created a YouTube channel about breaking up.
All right, okay.
And that's what I was like talking about. And I was kind of running out of things to discuss. So then I kind of like reevaluated my channel and I was like, well, what's something I'll never get tired of talking about, that I'll never run out of material to talk about? And then I was like, oh, movie reviews. I love movies. And so I changed it to Susan's Reviews, where I only did movie reviews. That's it,
Yeah.
nothing else.
Yeah, because
And
I remember your
then,
channel for a while back. It kind of changed then after that. So
and
what
then
are you doing now?
it morphed into more Blu-rays and physical media because I randomly came across Dave's channel and I like binged like 20 of his videos in a row because he's just so entertaining. And I was like, Blu-ray hunting is a thing. Like I didn't even know that people went out Blu-ray hunting and people actually watch these videos. So I'm like, I could do that. I want to try doing that. So I started doing that, and that's when the channel evolved.
Hmm.
And I stopped doing the movie reviews completely because it seems like there's a billion movie reviewers. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So I
Yeah.
wanted to just shrink down the focus of the channel even more. So it's pretty much all Blu-ray content, and then I do cover award season as well. So that's my little history.
Yeah. I mean, from my point of view as well, I think lockdown, because obviously there was Dave, and then Dave introduced me to you from watching
Hmm.
Dave, not me, not Dave going, oh, Dave going, oh, by the way, this is Sue. You know, Dave introduced me to you.
Yes.
And then I think my first main person I followed on YouTube, I said this in a few streams before, was Adam the Woo, down doing all these movie locations when he lives in Florida or lives in LA. And he's great. But then Big Pauly over here in the UK, I followed him ages ago, you know, and I've just never really thought of it. And then I just sat here when I was homework and I thought, why don't I just start a channel? And I
Hmm.
did. And then it's a learning curve. I think when I describe it, it's like when you get an iPhone or a smartphone, it doesn't come with instructions. You've got to kind of figure it out as you go along.
Yep.
So your editing skills, your logos,
Yep.
I mean, I didn't know until about a couple of months ago that you can put the little things on the top to say link to next video, which goes up here, or previous video. I didn't know that you could add things
Yep.
when you're doing a closing scene, that you can add loads of stuff I didn't know, and you just pick it up as it goes along.
Yeah, it's really a learning experience because honestly, I'm not technical whatsoever. I don't know. Prior to doing this, I had no idea of how to do things like this. And I pretty much just looked up everything on YouTube. How do I create a channel? How do I make a thumbnail? How do I do this? How do I do that? And also by asking other people on YouTube, like, how do you make that? How do you do this? And you kind of just put all your knowledge together and you apply it. And I can't imagine not doing it now because it's so much fun and I get to be creative. And because I'm a creative person, I was actually a theater major in college. I have my bachelor's in theater, believe
All
it or
right, okay,
not.
cool. That's great.
And so I am a creative person naturally. So this allows me to be creative and to create content that is unique and original. And I just love doing it. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's my
I
hobby.
sometimes don't go to sleep on a night time lying there because I'm like sleeping and going, think of what video I'm going to do. And I think I like kind of doing skits before I do my intro.
Hmm.
So I'm thinking, right, what can I do? What can I do? Oh, like for the Quiet Place Part 2, I never got a chance to do it. I was going to kind of sit here like this and then go, right, guys, I'm going to go and see Quiet Place Part 2. And I was going to go out and then cut to my feet and then cut to me tiptoeing and then going down the stairs and just see my feet, then me tiptoeing and get to the bottom of the stairs. But in between it, it's going to be fading out and going, if they hear you, fade it out. They hunt you. And
Hmm.
then I was just going to get the bottom and go, and then it'll go black and it'll just be black with the wife going, is that another Blu-ray that's arrived in the post? And me looking and screaming at the camera. That was what I was going to do, but I just get the chance to do it. You know,
Yeah.
plus you go out in the car. That's what I was going to ask you. If you work, how do you manage to go to do Tuesday Blu-ray hunting if you're working? Do you do it before you just start, or how does that work?
Oh, I work for myself.
Oh, right, okay.
So that helps. Yeah, I'm independently employed. I work for myself, so I decide my schedule of when I want to work or not. So that helps. I can just do whatever I want whenever I need to.
Yeah, well, it's like you go out on a Tuesday, Dave goes out on a Tuesday. Like for me, because my hours I work 8:30 in the morning until 5, I
Yeah.
can't go out on a Monday and go
Right.
or HMV or whatever Blu-ray, DVD, 4K shop and go, this is out today. I have to do it on a day off, which it's not. But also with you guys, when you go to Best Buy, Target, or whatever it is, Target, there's not that many people in there, so you can hold it and talk. Whereas if we did that in our shops, people go, "What you doing, man? What you doing?" So we can't do that.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that's why I don't really do many. My vlogs very much. I'm really concentrating for myself on doing the live streams as opposed to going out and stuff. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's quite.
when I go out on Tuesdays, I try to go out as early as possible because there aren't a lot of people that early when stores first open, so that helps me out. But if there is someone around when I'm filming, I don't even acknowledge it anymore. I kind of just do what I need to do and say what I need to say, and if they think I'm weird, that's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
It's the looks that you get, isn't it? I know
Yeah.
what you mean. We've got another one. What's your favorite DC film and DC superhero? Ricky's is Wonder Woman.
My favorite DC film as well is Wonder Woman. It used to be Man of Steel. It was Man of Steel, and then I did like a rewatch when Wonder Woman 84 was coming out. So I rewatched the entire DC line and I flipped everything. It was Man of Steel, then Wonder Woman, and then I flipped those two. So it's
Would
Wonder Woman right now.
Would you have included the Dark Knight trilogy in this though?
No.
Okay.
I'm thinking DCEU,
Like Zack
not
Snyder
like
moving forward kind of thing,
not
as
like
opposed to
not entire DC like
no.
DC universe, not
Yeah.
everything DC.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
DCEU is Wonder Woman, yeah.
yeah. I would probably say the new Justice League. I think.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, my favorite DC is 1989 Michael Keaton's Batman, and then
Yep.
the Dark Knight. But of the new ones which have come out, Man of Steel is great. I mean, I'm not a big Superman hero. I'm hero fan. But that was great. But yeah, I quite like Batman versus Superman. I really enjoyed that extended version. I thought that was really good.
Yeah,
Even
the extended is actually really good. Yeah.
even the Do You Bleed or the whole Martha thing, I don't mind it. I think it's all right. And that film looks amazing in 4K. You know, the night scenes when he's going in slow motion with the Batmobile and he sees Superman, it looks great
Yeah.
in 4K. But I haven't seen the because obviously they've done a Zack Snyder recut of it with the bigger IMAX scenes, but I haven't seen that yet. I've just gone
Yeah.
on the extended thing. We've got another one. Big Pauly himself. Hey Paul. Hey Sue.
Ah, hello.
I did actually send Paul the link for it. So if you wanted to come when you can, obviously he hasn't. So that's because I know he works weekends. He's put here. Good job on picking up Executive Decision for under $5. Yeah, the Executive Decision. That'll be the one that's got Steven Seagal on the cover that lasts 5 minutes.
Oh, the Kurt Russell movie, is that what we're talking
Yeah.
about that I picked up?
Yeah. Have you seen that one?
No, not yet.
Okay, I've just ruined it for you. Sorry. Oh, dear.
Honestly, I didn't even hear you, so it's fine.
Okay. That's okay.
I'll still watch it.
We don't have a UK release of it, so he's imported it. So there you go. Right, what else?
So I made a good choice. That's great.
It is a good movie. Yeah.
Okay.
Who's the main? It's not Harrison Ford. Who's the main? That's Kurt Russell. You said Kurt Russell.
Kurt
That's
Russell.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just his first live stream here. Saw Susan was going to be on, so got
Justin Kirby. Hi, Justin.
Is he one of your subs?
Yes.
Must be. Yeah.
Yep.
Raya is Disney, not Pixar. Oh, okay.
Ooh, getting shady.
I am. Also,
Okay.
Raya is the Pixar film. Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Whoops.
Okay, then. Of the recent Disney Plus releases, I prefer Raya to all the others. Let's put it that way.
Everyone's checking you.
I
Okay.
know. I enjoy Soul, but to be honest, haven't seen Raya and the Last Dragon. Okay. Do you guys like boutique labels or mainly stick to standard Blu-ray? So, boutique labels are like, Arrow, Second Sight, Midnight Classics, or
Yeah, I stick
Imprint.
to standard stuff. Yeah.
I've got a few Arrow and Second Sight, depending on the release. It depends on the film, to be honest. Not the.
Yeah.
I don't go for it because on a label. I go for it because it'll be a better box and they do a lot of stuff to it.
Right.
Boys, but have you thought of doing a Target style jingle for Walmart and Best Buy?
No, I haven't. I don't know. The Target song just came out of nowhere one day and it stuck around. And now it's like a staple. It's a calling card.
It is. It's funny, isn't it? How you do all these videos and the things just stick.
Yeah.
As it when I do the opening of my videos, I always go, Reet, it's Jodie Paul. But all the guys over here can't do it because I'm north and they're south. So they can't. They always go, all right. I'm like, no, it's
Yeah.
Al Reet. Like, all right, no. So you're right. Different things.
Yep.
Tony's put, I like Soul and bought Steelbook. Yeah, it's been sitting on his shelf unopened and unwatched, so maybe I didn't like quite as much as I thought. Yeah,
But he's got
that.
it, so it's all that matters.
Exactly. Onward as well, yeah. Also on Onward, but I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, that was another one.
I liked Onward. I thought Onward was good.
Because it's got Chris Pratt and it's got Spider-Man and Star-Lord in it, doesn't
Not
it?
because of that reason alone. No, I
But
thought
no,
I thought it had a good message about family, and I just really enjoyed it. That brother relationship
yeah.
that they had, I
It
liked
had
it. I enjoyed it.
not to kind of phrase of another film, but it had a bit of soul to it, really, didn't it? It had something extra in there. Heart and soul was in
Yeah,
Onward.
it had some heart and soul in there. Yeah.
Exactly. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Oh, okay, that's that one. No, people talk to each other. Any news in Lord of the Rings 4K Collector's Edition yet? I haven't heard anything, and you guys haven't over there,
No.
Tony P and I repping the Blu-ray Queen.
Yeah, my boys.
What else we got? Thoughts on Daniel Craig's James Bond?
I've never seen any of the James Bonds.
Okay,
Surprise, surprise.
fair enough. Personally, I think Daniel Craig's great. Quantum of Solace wasn't the best one. My favourite Bond is Timothy Dalton and then Sean Connery. So there you go. Have you seen Unlawful Entry with Kurt Russell and Ray Liotta?
I
No.
have. I
Oh, right,
have
okay.
seen that one. Surprisingly enough.
Because I think we're
have.
going on about favourite Kurt Russell movie. That's how far behind. We're about, yeah, we're quite far behind in the comments, but it's okay. Death Proof. That was what I was on about, the Quentin Tarantino one, when he was in the car as a stuntman Mike. That's what it was. So, yeah. What else we got here? Go through everything. Other questions. Oh, here we go. Thoughts on Mr. Jim Carrey? The pen is blue. The pen is blue. The goddamn pen is blue. Quote from Liar Liar.
Oh, I'm like, where are we going with this? Okay.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey, I could take or leave him. I'm not like a huge fan of his by any means. He kind of gets on my nerves a little bit. I kind of put him, Adam Sandler, and Will Ferrell in the same category. I don't need to watch their stuff.
I think
If there's something that I gravitate towards, then yeah, I'll gravitate towards and I'll watch it. But just because it's Jim Carrey, I don't need to go and see it.
No, exactly.
I don't know.
I mean, you're right. I think him, Adam Sandler, and Ferrell were very much 90s and early 2000s, and that was their kind of scene, was at that point. But then now, obviously, Carrie's back in Sonic the Hedgehog, but they're not relevant anymore. And then on the thing about doing a redo of Ace Ventura, just the third one of that as well, apparently, which I think would look silly. A bit like Bill and Ted, that third one that came out, just didn't have Bill and Ted. It was just them old looking for a bit of money, I thought. But
that was made for nostalgia reasons, let's be honest.
yep,
I thought it was amazing that Keanu agreed to come back and do it. That was because he's an A-list star now. Like he didn't
I'm
have
surprised
to do
he shaved
that.
his beard off, to be honest. He must have had that on for so long.
Yeah.
What else we got? Here we go. So Jim is here. Hello, how's it going? Nice to see you both.
Hello.
Watch anything good this weekend? We saw Luca and Fatherhood, both very good. Have you watched anything? I mean, I know you've been doing your dad duties as such.
I usually try to watch I try to watch something every single night, whether it be for Never Seen It series or actually my mom and I are rewatching Marvel, getting ready for Black Widow. So last night we watched Age of Ultron. So tonight is Ant-Man, I think is the next one. So tonight will be Ant-Man.
Yeah, I can see that.
So that's what we're doing. Yep.
What did I watch last night? Well, it definitely wasn't Insidious because that was the other night. I did watch. I hate it when you've watched something like, right, I've watched that. I'm quite happy with watching that. I started watching a film called The Call, which has got Tobin Bell, the guy from Saw, in it, but it looked rubbish, so I stopped it. But yeah, you see, I sit down here to watch a film in this part of our house,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, oh, I'll just look on messages, or I'll just look on YouTube, and then I'll go, oh, I haven't seen that video, and I'm sitting there with my phone, TV on, waiting to be played, and I don't bother. You know, so yeah, I haven't watched, but also, yeah, I have watched Luca, so that is one thing I have watched this weekend. What's it got? Martin's put had American Werewolf in London remake, which has been made by Max Landis, son of the original director. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I didn't hear about that.
Oh, well, it can't be as bad as American Werewolf in Paris, because that was awful. Terrible. Yeah, you seen that one?
Which one?
The sequel, American Werewolf in Paris.
No.
Okay, yeah, you know, don't ever see that.
Okay. I won't.
Lewis has put, have you got Nomad Lad on Blu-ray?
Not yet. Not yet. I'm waiting for Black Friday deals for all of the like award season movies, The Mauritanian, The Father, Nomadland. I'm gonna wait till they come down in price a little bit because for like $25, that's a little too expensive. So I'm gonna wait on those.
Yeah, there's a film over here that I want to see. I mean, I know £12 or $15 isn't much, but there's a there's a Cine Asia film called The Swordsman.
Okay.
Because they did a similar film, not similar, but they did a film called The 800. And I bought The 800, and it's a great film, awesome film, war film, probably one of the best war films I've seen. And it's from the same company. I think it's just like a samurai guy who's retired and comes back or something like that. So I'm waiting for that to come down in price to get that one.
Yeah.
But yes, that was mine. What's we got? Right, trying to go through because everyone's talking to each other.
Yeah.
Right, tell you what, Sue. I've got 2 more questions, and then I'll let you go after the hour and a half as you requested.
Okay.
So, first one, what are some of your favourite animated films?
Some of my animated films. I have all the Toy Stories. I do have all of those. Yeah, I'm not big in collecting animated. I'm not really sure why. I always say it's because I don't have kids, but that doesn't mean you can't watch animated movies.
Exactly.
I don't know. I just don't gravitate towards animated films. But I do have all the Toy Stories. What else do I have? Lion King. I do have that.
I think any
Everyone's got the Lion King.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I just bought today at Walmart when I went The Sword in the Stone and Dumbo on Blu-ray.
Okay.
I bought those. So yes, I have a few. Not a lot,
Okay.
but I have a few.
And here you go. Here's your final question, because I know you
Okay.
answered this earlier on. I mean, if you want to stay longer, you can, but I know you said you want an hour and a half, so that's fine. Because I know you're going to go with your mom and etc.
I gotta do the weekend watch video. So
That's fine. I know the schedules. Do you like many horror films, Sue? There you go. That's your final question.
Yes.
Let's go over the top
I
of it.
do. I do like horror films. Yes, as I said, I'm getting more into the horror genre. I like the slasher subgenre of horror. You know, Michael Myers, Friday the 13th, Scream is one of my favorite franchises. Halloween and Scream are my favorite horror franchises. What else? I just watched Sleepaway Camp. That was interesting.
It's an 80s. I've heard of it, and I know it's an 80s classic. Is it a kind of rip of Friday the 13th?
It's got very much that Friday the 13th vibe, so I thought I was really gonna love it because I'm really into Friday the 13th now. So I'm like, okay, summer camp, yeah, I'm into this, and then it kind of takes you somewhere it's not expected. I'll just say that.
So if you were to give any that, what would you give that out of 10?
Sleepaway Camp,
Yeah.
I'd give it a 7 out
Oh,
of 10.
okay. I thought you were going to go like
It's
4 or
it's not
5.
horrible. It's not horrible, but it's just it really doesn't go anywhere until like the final scene. And then it's like shocking. And then it just ends.
All right, okay.
And then you're kind of left with questions, but I don't know.
I've remembered.
But yeah,
put it on this
I
topic
like the
about-
horror genre.
the film I watched the other night for the first time was Hereditary, because I have not seen that before.
I just watched that as well.
What did you think of it?
It wasn't bad. I don't know how many times I'll watch it because it's not
Yeah.
like it's a bad movie, but it's
No.
not like, oh, let me watch Hereditary a billion times. Like that's probably not going to happen for me. That scene Tony Collette is on the wall. Like, that was
Yeah.
crazy.
When he wakes up, when he's waking up,
And then when she bolts behind the curtain, I freaked out. I was like, oh my God. But I was like, wait, it's like a cult situation. I was kind of confused by it at the very end, but I mean, I got it. I understood it at the very end, but it was kind of like, wow, it just like kind of blows your mind.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's ready for that when you go in to watch it.
No, because I watched Midsummer before I watched that, and I really like Midsummer.
So did I. I watched Midsommar before that one, yes.
So I really like that. So I thought, well, we'll give Ari Aster's first one a go. I prefer Midsummer to that one. I liked it. I enjoyed it. But you're right. It's kind of like you watch it and go, right, if I am going to watch that again, it'll probably be in at least 5-6 years' time. It's not a film that you could return to straight away because it has a lot of stuff in it. So anyway, thanks for coming on, Sue. I'll let you.
Thank you for having me.
Go on, get on with your videos, which you have for your schedule. I really do appreciate you taking the time to come on here and answer as many questions as we could. Apologies if Pete couldn't come on because of his internet problems, but these things happen.
It happens. It happens. I understand. Thank you so much for having me on. It was fun.
I know it was great. Well, we shall do it again soon.
Yes.
Because what I'm thinking, I mean, for all these guys here as well, is that I've been doing live streams since like March time, whatever. I'm gonna call this one like series 1, and then I've got Tony coming on next week. Your mate Tony.
Yes.
So he's coming on next week, and then I'm gonna kind of end it, and then leave it a few weeks because you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to be in people's faces on live stream every weekend.
Right.
And you want to give it a break. You like when you do YouTube videos, you don't want boom, boom,
you
boom, boom.
get burnt out. You know. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I enjoy doing it, but I think I don't want to be in everybody's faces, etc. So yes,
right.
So yes, we should. I would like to get you on in season 2, if I may. So you know what to expect now. You might have other people next time you come, depending on Pete's stuff's working. But yes, I shall allow you to go. So thank you again for coming on. I 110% appreciate coming on. It's been great talking to you.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for joining the BlueTube community. Thanks for Facebook page. Thanks for posting stuff.
I'm representing women. Come on, ladies.
Yeah, we need more. We need more women.
Exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
I'm right. But yes, thank you, Sue. I shall let you go. I shall continue the stream, and I'll look forward to the videos you're going to do next.
Sounds good. All right.
Right. Bye.
Bye.
See you later. Bye. There we go. That was Movies and Sue. Awesome. So glad I had her on. I'm glad everybody's watching it. I have another guest who's going to come on, but before I do this, because he's going to love me for this, I shall just remove myself and I'll just.
Hour of the night, streets are calling, stealing from the light, shadows crawling. Hour of the night, streets are calling.
Absolute bastard.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I was going to bring you on, but I thought no, it was great chatting to Sue. I didn't want to kind of come in because I did have your intro that I wanted to put on, but no, that was I really enjoyed having Sue on. It was a great chat, and that's the first time I've just had a chat one-on-one. Because obviously there's
what's it? It went well. Yeah, I was obviously in and out through my work, but yes, it seemed like it went well. Well done.
Yeah,
congratulations to you both.
Yeah, and also as well because I said, like I said, I'll have an hour and a half, and I knew that the limit. I kept an eye on it, so I'm glad we had her on. So that's been really good. So yes, we'll go through the. I've got.
Might as well skip to the end of the comments, man. Yeah,
yes,
doing roulette maybe.
Any questions you've had for Sue? I apologise and get through to them. Like I said, it was time constraint, an hour and a half she wanted because she has her other videos to do, and like she said, her dad's away on vacation, so she's doing a lot of stuff in the house. But we have the Fed is back in the house.
Permanent soon. I will be back on a permanent basis on maybe mid-season of the second series. We'll see.
I'll tell you what I can do. I can do this. Let's do this. There we go. That's better. Yeah. So I'll message Pete because he didn't come on because normally Pete comes on and then Sue comes on. But yeah, Pete messaged me and said he's got internet problems. So
okay.
He's
doing a bit of a big old move at the moment, isn't he? So I can he's got cables everywhere.
So people are watching this. Like I said earlier on, I mentioned to them as well. Like next week we've got Tony on. It's going to be the last one of the series. We'll give it a few breaks, a couple of weeks or a month break or something. But then obviously going to come back. We'll have other guests on, newer guests if you meet new people. But also Rob and I are still going to do our movie discussion weekly, hopefully on a Monday or Wednesday, depending on what I'm doing, what Rob's doing. So we've got a list of questions, which I remember this time, as opposed to not. So that'll still be going ahead. But yes, I think Pete knows about this, but if he doesn't, he does now. Have a bit of a break.
He'll be waiting there Sunday. He'll be waiting there for his link. Like, oh.
Yeah, well, next Sunday is the last one, like I said, but after that, we'll take a break and could probably come back. Because I'm away as well in July with the kids and everything. So come back in probably August, I'm thinking, do a new season in August. Hopefully, Touchwood, you'll be good to do that as well. And then Pete will have redone his movie room by then as well.
What we could maybe plan is the first stream back could be a Birmingham stream for the first episode of season 2.
That would be good. I think I've mentioned it as well. I'd love to have all of us in a hotel room.
Hey.
And then be me, you, Big Pauly, Jamie, Pete, my missus in the background going, I'm not going on camera. Just doing an hour or half an hour's worth of a live stream. And then we can go out and get smashed and have a meal or whatever we're doing on it. So we could probably do that on the 13th. But obviously it depends what everybody else wants to do. I don't want to go ahead and these guys don't want to do it as well. So
they'll all be up for it.
Exactly. Right, what we've got here. Oh, so anyway, James has put, that's awesome. Midsummer clips. Yeah, Tony, yeah, as we all know. I knew Rob was coming on, and Rob says, I'm going to pop on. I was like, okay, I've got a little intro to do for you. He said, play me theme tune. I'm like, all right, okay, I'll do that. Then I said to you, you wanted to know what it was, but I thought I'd surprise. Did you know when you were watching that was Midsummer? You must have known it.
The very first scene. Shall I tell everyone my little Midsummer story that I phoned you up a couple of days ago?
You may. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
So one of my new ventures is I drop parcels off to people for the week. I am a delivery driver, and there's a road near me called Midsummer Avenue. So I was speaking to Paul, and no word of a lie, I drive past this road, and I didn't see the barbecue first. I see loads of people sitting outside, all in literally white dressing gowns, sitting there on the side at the corner of Midsummer Avenue. I should have filmed it, but they're all staring at me because I was driving past for 8 times. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And it was at that shockingly... It could have been. There's no burning Nicolas Cage.
No. Oh, well. We've got Jamie, a bald-headed twat from Bournemouth. Is perfect intro for Rob. Yes, that took me all of 10 seconds to do, and I thought Rob would love that. Jim Jam's here. Obviously, James said hello.
Hello, man.
And Evander's put the Midsummer clips. He's put, hey, Rob. The legends, Mr. Magpie and Mr. Dudum. You won't get rid of Dudum, you know. That'll forever be there.
Well, I don't know what is. Am I more Dudum or Midsummer or ET? I'm not sure if I think I need to drop one or maybe do something else. Have a new tech for it.
To be fair, you got to remember that James asked you that question a long time ago about the theme too.
It's still there.
Yes, yeah. Quizzies did all that. Frags Games, but hey Rob, I've just started making custom slip covers. I've got a great Mortal Kombat one I'd like to send you. Is there a way I can get in touch with you? Look, you're not even on the stream, right? For 2 seconds, and you only get
everyone wants the bounty. Send me the stuff. Yeah. Find me on Instagram or send a link to, if you're not subscribed to me, subscribe to me, and I'll send you an email and we can talk. I am a big Mortal Kombat fan, as you guys know, and I would use that in my cover. Legend.
Peter also put, hey Rob, that Midsummer clip was hilarious.
It was hilarious. Hilarious as in shit. The thing is, I'm trying so hard. You know, I've got a. You know, I say I hate it, and I watched it the first time, and it was so overly hyped, and maybe a little bit that was in my head, and I was watching it, going in, wanting to think it was shit because everyone loved it. If that makes sense. Sometimes you like that, and I just didn't enjoy it. And I've tried so many times to watch it and get something out of it, but I can't even come.
I've had a really stream. 10 minutes you've been on.
No, it's just, it's nothing that I don't know, but I like kind of strange films. I like Us. Hereditary. I weren't a fan of, but I will watch that again. Someone sent that to me. It's just I like Serbian movie.
Don't go there. Don't go
I don't like. I don't like it, but I've seen it. I don't know if people haven't seen Midsummer because the shocking bit on the cliff that everyone says is shocking, compared to people saying this. It's got a scene that will fuck you up. They said that about a Serbian movie, and there is bits in that do. I had to sell it as soon as I bought it. Like I said to you before, no one would trade it in because it's not a nice film.
No.
Where Midsummer, it kind of. I don't know if I wanted to go somewhere else. It was just watching Wish You Were Here, I guess.
Yeah.
With a bit of a twist. It didn't
Just
go
wait for the Chalmers to come on and go, hello, this is Midsummer in Sweden. Yes, hello. Yeah,
I think it would have maybe worked a TV show. If it was a 4-part, 40-minute TV show, like a series, potentially it would have. Maybe I would have enjoyed it more.
That's true. Jimmy's not getting smashed. That's fair enough.
Or is that in general? Is anus or?
I don't know. He's sharing with Pete, so he probably will be getting his back doors. Anyway, yes. E.T. went to Midsummer and shouted to done. Whatever
I
you do,
I do like E.T. I do like the film E.T. I haven't got an issue with that, but it's funny that there's bits in there that are a little bit controversial. I could say the same thing about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Willy Wonka. I'll tell you what, Willy Wonka, it's got something with E.T. and Jackson there. You watch his eyes. Watch his eyes when he's looking at Charlie.
I wouldn't mind you seeing the child catcher out of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang because you could see that. But this is people.
Yeah, but he does it open. He does it open, doesn't he? It's called the child catcher. Do you know what I mean? So obviously you think, okay, there's something a little bit wrong with that guy. I think about catching children. But Willy Wonka cover. He's got this chocolate factory. Yeah. Bastard.
Okay. Yes. Thomas put, got to be careful he gets smashed. Jimmy walks into Paul's when he's sober. This is true. Great to have you on, Rob. It's not movie related, but do you have a favourite band, Rob? Sorry, you can ask Rob if he's got a favourite band.
No one would have heard of them, but I like a band called Dream Evil. It's like power. It's like power metal. There's a song they did called "Made of Metal," and they just sing about metal. And one of the lyrics is, "I am so fucking metal, and so is my wife." It's like, I said, you might like it. It's very much in the Power of the Night, like my Critters intro. I like that kind of cheesy, kind of almost like Lordy. You know what I mean? Kind of like operatic shit. But I like any kind of music. In my car, we've got the best of Disney. I don't really like classical music, but we've got musicals in the car, soundtracks. I love Guns N' Roses. Def Leppard. I don't like any new. I don't know what's even in the charts now. I turn the radio on. Like, what is going on? Song about hot dogs is a hot dog song.
I don't know. I don't even listen to Radio 1 anymore. Don't even listen to Radio 1. The only thing I listen to is either Talk Sport or Radio Newcastle on the way home for the football. That's all I listen to. And if it's not that, I listen to Spotify when it's through the car. Or when you ring me. I think the most thing I listen to in the car is your voice.
And you appreciate it. The band that I hate, which are overrated, is Oasis.
Is it really? Right. Anyway, so Rob's not on the stream anymore, everybody, because he knows that I've got the power. Yeah, don't diss Oasis.
I'm joking. Yeah, when you had the Oasis kind of blower battles, didn't you, back in the day? And it was, I like it. I like many types of music.
There's a band that I really like, which I think is split up. I think it might got back together. They're a band who are from Leeds. No, they're from Leeds? Yeah, I think they are. They're called The Music. They had three studio albums. My mate got them into me. Got me into them. Sorry, but it's really good. There's got a self-titled The Music. The second one's called Welcome to the North, and the third one's called Strength in Numbers. I think they've got three. Really. It's kind of like a modern day Led Zeppelin kind of thing. Great riffs and everything in it. I mean, obviously they know Oasis, they know them all. Actually, fun enough, before I came on the stream, Sky Arts did an hour-and-a-half documentary on Noel Gallagher, which I started watching because his best of Flying Birds is coming out,
Okay.
or has come out. But yeah, the music. So if anybody's watched that. Anyway, so we're going back to what we said earlier on. Frags is already sub tier.
There's one band that I'm not allowed to have in my car that I can only play when the wife's not in there, and that's Steel Panther. I've got all the Steel Panther albums.
My
I
mate
love
at
Steel
Leeds
Panther.
Festival to see Steel Panther. They're the cheesiest 80s tribute kind of band ever with their long hair and
If
the
I would
leather.
be in a band, I would be the fat one in Steel Panther if there was one, because all the lyrics are it's just me just talking. Just wrongness.
Hi Rob, how's it going, mate? From Luke. That was a brilliant intro for Rob. Told you it was a good idea. I knew it. James has put Hellraiser 3 was awful.
We did have that. You know, I got a bit muddled up on these stream because I said 2 was shit and 3 was good, but wasn't 3 the one? Does it start off where you're in a nightclub and they've got that big statue of all the chains coming out of it? Is that 3?
What's 3? I've already seen those 2.
And there's all people walking the streets, one with CD. It's bad. It's when four's quite good. Bloodline, I think it's called 4, but then it goes downhill, and then Hell World and Judgment, the last 2, I think, were quite good.
Oh, there you go. That's your next thing to get, James. I know you're going to get the Eureka release of what Chris is the best opening movie ever, Duel to the Death, released in September 20th. I'll be honest, I've never heard of that.
I've not, but I will, if someone's recommended something, I'll definitely look into it. You know, we all kind of give anything a go, so I will have a look.
Yeah, I mean, we've obviously got Centre to watch now. I know Jamie's watched it, which is quite funny because I said to you last night, "Can you get this?" And you were like, "Yeah," and he sent everybody. Fuck, Jamie's jumped on it and watched it before me when I'm the one who asked for it in the first place. But obviously, so I'm not going to watch his review till I've watched it because I want to see what it's like. So, oh, speaking of which, before that, it's Prime Day tomorrow and Tuesday, isn't it? Which is quite unfortunate because I'm done for the month. So if there's any deals on there, I can't actually get them.
Well, I'll get paid hopefully tomorrow morning, so just let me know. I'll have a look. I'll get paid weekly, so just send me a ping.
I shall have a look. Have either of you seen Possessor? Is it worth £2? Is it £2? Is it really?
Okay. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a good film.
Is Possessor £2 on Amazon?
You've got no money. You've got no money.
I know I haven't. I just want to see. Oh, do you mean to rent? Then do you mean Tom? Because it's still looking here. It says $7.99 here. Unless it's on. No, DVD's $5.99. So yeah, I don't know. It must be true. It's all right. I thought it wasn't as good as it was hyped up to be.
The box is cool, and the guy on the face like.
Yeah, that's part. Have you seen it though? Haven't you?
Yes.
Okay. Because obviously that part is towards the end of the film, that picture.
Yeah.
I think do another coffee morning next week. Friday was awesome. That was a kind of like, who's next? Who's next? And me going, I'll be fucking next. James, I'll be next. James, I'll be next. You're just ignoring me. James, I'm here. Yeah.
I think the best bit about James's stream was the first guest, I thought.
Why was that? Because it was you.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah, maybe.
Twat. No, it was me.
We're a team. Yeah, we've got to be together. We're like the Musker Hounds, aren't we? You can be who was the big fucker?
Porthos.
Yeah, D'Artagnan could be Jason. No, because he was the leader, wasn't he?
No, what do you mean Pip? Pip will be Jason. Mouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just remember who was the Orthos. What's his name? The big one?
Porthos, Aramis, and because of the Alsatian, the kind of big St. Bernard, and then there was the other one as well. Can't remember.
So Pete would be the Bernard.
Porthos, Aramis. I can't remember.
Was there any that wore white shirts?
No.
Okay.
HMV Premium to offer tomorrow, 2 for $15. It seems any titles. Are you interested in?
I'm not even looking. Obviously, wasn't Little Shop of Horrors in that?
Yes.
I'm sure it was once. So I want that.
The newer ones aren't in there, but the older ones, the ones that I've probably already got, are already. I don't think there's. And I think the only ones I could possibly want that I know are there are probably Casualties of War, which is one of them. but I can't think of any other than Casualties of War that I've seen that I'd probably want.
I'll give you a bell when it all goes through. I'll have a look in the morning. I'm on a bit of a 101 craze at the moment because I like the big old spine. So my 1984 turned up, which I love. I love that film.
You know, when I went on that shop vlog that we first ever won last Wednesday, when I went to HMV, I picked up that Room 237 101 release. You know, the documentary about The Shining.
Yeah.
Then I thought, I don't want to pay £6 for a documentary, so I put it back. Yeah, that was my story. Hope you enjoyed it.
But people definitely check out 1984. It's one of Michael J. Fox's very early roles. Is in that.
Is that the one with a picture of a guy like that in the front? Is that right?
No, it's got a group of like punk kind of school kids on the front, and it's all about these kids that kind of bully this teacher, and then he takes kind of it's good. I can't. I'll sort you out. You need to watch it, but it's really good. It's like a revenge movie.
No, I know. I think I know what you mean. I know what you mean now. Yeah, I'm thinking of something else. Scott's, but I watched E.T. with Mum earlier on, and I was just laughing at my mum. Thought I was on something. I told her about Robert said, and she said you've ruined the film for her.
But I'll make the film better because when he's laying there in the lake, all like white. You know the bit where he's all dead. E.T. Yeah.
I haven't seen it since like 84.
There's a bit where he's all dead. There's a bit where he's all dead, and I was like, that's what you do. That's what you get for weighing outside his window. He's got hypothermia, and he's literally dead because he's spying on Elliot. Or it's his little sister. He starts on the sister, doesn't he? Hides in the toys. Yeah, hides in the toys, doesn't he?
Yeah. Quickly move on. I see James has got his Never End t-shirt. Yeah, you and for your daughter, which is pretty good. You're going to be the Never Ending Story guy now, James.
I can imagine if he ever drives, I don't know if he drives or not, he would maybe have the car white like Falcor and put a load of like fur on it, like the Dumb and Dumber car, to make it the Luck Dragon. And he'd be in it, convertible, like yeah.
Didn't they call that the Shaggin' Wagon?
I can't remember. Was it in the second one or just that was shit?
Just the first one. Oh yeah. Hey Rob, if you like melodic metal, have you listened to Dragon Force?
Yeah. Dragon Force are quality. I'm surprised you like it, Pauly. I don't know what kind of music I would put you under. I would have said more.
Well, he likes Status Quo. I know that. I think.
I would say like Genesis kind of.
Genesis.
I can imagine being a Phil Collins fan.
Def Leppard.
I doubt I like Def Leppard.
Welcome to the Big Pauly Show. Yeah, that. Def Leppard is his favourite.
Yeah. One-arm drummer, Def Leppard, wasn't it? I'm sure.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Have you heard Dragon Force's cover? This is for Big Pauly. My Heart Will Go On. Mortal Kombat animated film Split Revenge is awesome. Really hope they do another. Yeah. I still haven't watched the rest of that. I've only watched half of it.
If there is another, it's coming out September, which is. I looked at the cast. It's got a load of people from the 11th Game show cards in it. I think it's The Invasion. It's a follow-up to that one. And there's box art available. I'll post it up on all of our groups and the Blue Tube community group so you can see it, but it's coming September.
There you go. Your mate Frags, Oasis is a really good Beatles cover band. I have to disagree. I love the Beatles, I love Oasis, but they're not a cover band. No way. They were inspired. No. Have you seen Spinal Tap? Who hasn't seen Spinal Tap? An absolute classic film. All the way up to 11. Even the bit when the guy's in the bass player and he can't get out of the thing, and then by the time he gets out, they've got to go back in. Brilliant.
Would you class that as like a mockumentary?
Oh yeah, that's like what you call David Brent Life on the Road is exactly the same.
And the Ninja Turtles coming out their show tour. They're a rock band. There was a Ninja Turtle live stage music extravaganza, and they were like rockers. And it's really hard to get hold of. It's on YouTube, but it's coming out their Shells tour. But it was behind the scenes where they're interviewing them, like the road is interviewing them. Very strange. You got Splinter singing a song about skimming stones. It's bad. It's so bad.
Paul, are you going to do another out and about video, mate? I'll be honest, James. I can't because Monday to Friday I'm working, and Saturday and Sunday I've got to be a dad, so I don't have a chance to go. I'd love to.
He will have one in when we go to Birmingham.
I think we'll all have one. It'll be fucking content overload, really, won't it?
Yeah.
There you go. Thomas said it's digital. I thought so. Possessive £2 rental. It's £2 rental. Give it a shot. Why not? Is it not on I think it's on Sky to watch now. I could be wrong. First said $7.99. Oh, $1.90 by digital. Okay, I got it. Sorry, it's all right now, Tom. There you go. Porthos, Aramis, Athos, D'Artagnan, and Pip. There you go. So I'll be D'Artagnan.
We're going to mention, Jamie, about going to the cinema to watch D'Artagnan.
I would have gone to the cinema to see D'Artagnan.
Did you see any clips of the animation in that film?
It looked like they had remade the original and just updated the graphics from what I looked at. I mean, obviously, I've got the set of the first couple of series. But
it looks as bad as because they redone Rugrats, didn't they? Recently in CGI. And that was bad.
I haven't watched Jimmy's review of it. Have you watched it yet?
No.
No. Sorry, Jimmy. I will watch it. But I didn't know you got the cinema to say that because I mentioned to Rob, I was like, oh, Rob, have you got D'Artagnan? And he was just like, no, Jimmy went to the cinema. I was like, oh, I could have watched that with the kids. I want to get the kids into it.
It'd be nostalgia if it had it's like Ninja Turtles had the theme tune at the end. If it had a remaster of the theme tune in it, or for a while, no one. I'm not going to sing it because that's going to be
one for roll and all for round, rocking everybody. Yeah, I love it.
See, that's the new the dumb for you now, Paul.
If people want to give me the D'Artagnan theme tune is my thing. One for all and all for one. Muscat hounds are always ready. I'll do it. You want to call me the Muscat boy? I'm happy with that. But yes. What do you think of the used cars with Kurt Russell? I haven't seen used cars with Kurt Russell.
I haven't. No, I've not seen any new Kurt Russell probably since Death Proof, like you were saying earlier. I can't think. I really liked him in Soldier. I thought Soldier was good.
Yeah, I can say that.
That was like Universal Soldier kind. I think that was. I would say that's one of his underrated films.
Breakdown. He was good in Breakdown, wasn't
he? Yeah. But people know him for The Thing, Big Trouble, and Backdraft. You know what I mean? And Escape from New York.
Yeah, John Carpenter, basically.
Not LA when he surfs on the blooming volcano.
No. Class of 1984, great film. Class of 1999 is a sequel. You know, what's the best?
I didn't know that. Well, I'll go back to that. I didn't know that was a sequel because Class of 1999, I'm sure, was the one where there was cyborg teachers teaching the kids. I didn't know it was a sequel to it because it's so very different. I'll look into that.
What's the best music documentary you've seen?
It's probably Spinal Tap, isn't it?
That's a mockumentary. The best music documentary I've seen is what I have down here. Here we go. Let me just get my big Michael Jackson box set out. It's that. The Beatles Anthology, which was on ITV. Okay. Never had a Blu-ray release. But yeah, I got the book. Got the theme tune, got the CDs and everything.
I did watch a documentary I can't remember what it's called, about the monkeys. That was really good.
Oh, Planet of the Apes.
Did you ever listen to the monkeys?
Funny thing is, because obviously I'm a Newcastle fan, I always remember the monkeys for obviously. Oh, did they say? Yeah, we used to say "fuck off, Peter Reid," or "what can it mean to a sad Mac and bastard?" And cheer! Oh, was it? Fuck off, monkey heed. Peter Reid's got a monkey. Yeah, I always remember that. So,
I used to like the monkeys because they
used to watch a TV show.
It's very much like, I know it's completely different because they're in costumes. It felt like Banana Splits.
Yeah, I could say
that. You know what I mean? The kind of without the costumes, but kind of. I used to like that back in the day.
Yeah. What we got here? Big fan of 80s metal. So pretty much every band live back in the day. I still listen to metal, but my genre these days is country such as Garth Brooks. There we go. So Pauly has an achy breaky heart. So we can't break that in Birmingham.
No,
that's the worst joke ever.
Book that ticket up, Paul.
Yeah, Pauly, you need to book the hotel for Birmingham. Because if you're not going, then you're not going. But you got to book up that ticket to go to Birmingham.
When people know that Paul's booked up, the hotel's going to be sold out.
Exactly, man. They'll be like, is that Magpie Movies who are coming? And Robafett, yeah? Right, we'll have to book out all these hotel rooms. We're not having these two.
Hold on. Rob's not staying Friday. Oh, okay, we'll come down Saturday.
I've heard of the Swedish metal band Sabaton. Seen them in concert 3 times. Love them.
I haven't, Scott, but I'll look into it. I'm all up for anything new.
See, I love how, like, the thing is, though, with all of us, we've known each other for so long, but no one's really known what everyone's favourite genre of music is. Obviously, for me, it's indie. As long as it's got a guitar in it, and it's indie. I mean, you've seen my videos how poorly I play guitar, probably because I haven't played it in a long, long time. You know, Jamie plays with these.
I can play. I can play the piano.
Oh, I forgot you were trained by.
I'm a trained pianist.
Well, definitely penis. But yeah, it has to be guitar. You know, like for me, it's always going to be the Beatles. Like I said, thinking Richard Ashcroft, the music, anything from the '90s, which was classed as indie. Although I didn't like Pulp, wasn't a big fan of Pulp. Milburn, Arctic Monkeys. Well, not the new the Arctic Monkeys' first 3 albums. Maybe the rest of them are rubbish.
Did you ever go for an Aqua stage?
No, never did. Never did. Linkin Park. I
There you go.
love Linkin Park. Well, I
Yeah,
did
yeah.
until he died, obviously, and I met them
Limp
backstage
Bizkit.
before one of their gigs. I've got all the autographs. Oh, you probably, I don't know if I showed that, but on one of my videos, you saw it when you came here. I signed Linkin Park album cover.
Yeah.
Um,
I was a big Limp Bizkit fan till they and I was a big wrestling fan back in the day, but they milked Rolling so much with I think it was the Undertaker's theme tune, and it was everywhere you went. The games, it was always there, and it annoyed me. I think from that point I stopped listening to them
oh, Jimmy's putting here.
for Rolling.
They had included 2D animation sprinkled in between CGI. They do yes, they use the DuckTales theme.
Make sure you take some tissues with you then.
What's your favourite natural disaster movie? Twister is hers. I would probably say, and I'm going to be controversial here, but the Swedish movie from a couple of years ago called Wave. The Wave, sorry. I really, really enjoyed that.
I I'll still say Armageddon, although it don't really go that way, does it? Armageddon, or I do really like 2012. 2012, I think, is a good film. Them films depress me because it could happen. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, 2012 and Armageddon if it went that way.
Yeah. But yeah, if nobody's watched the film called The Wave, it's down. I would get out the show the set, but I can't be asked to reach down there. They'll do a second one called The Quake, just same actors. But yeah, The Wave. But yeah, there you go. And James, but we need to get that one. Twister is such a good film as well, with the late great Bill Paxton. Picked up 8 Blu-rays for £5 last week from a storage unit, including the original I Spit on Your Grave. Yeah, I've got that set. What movie don't you think aged very well? And it's my favourite music documentaries, let me. What movie hasn't aged very well? I would probably say, from my point of view, like things like, although it's classics, Jason the Argonauts, The Lost World, that kind of thing. You know, the one with the stop animation.
Yeah, with practical effects, yes. Some of them look bad. Like the older Godzilla films.
Yeah, I mean, I did watch the original Godzilla versus Kong,
It's
and
shit, isn't it?
not a
Shit.
big fan. Sorry if you're watching the Jason. I know you don't want to be the person, the Godzilla person, but
Yeah.
I just.
But I've gone back to the old. I'm at the moment watching all 13 Puppet Master films, and when you do close-ups of them, you know they're dolls. When you see them walking, you know it's stock animation. It ain't the best, but that's a part of the fun. You know, it wasn't with stuff that doesn't age well. I would even say some of the Star Wars, the prequel Star Wars films only on the 4K resolution because it's a newer film. But like I remember seeing Attack of the Clones in cinema, and you could tell all the clone troopers were CGI. Even when when he took the helmet off and Tamara Morrison was one of the troopers, he turned around and it was so wooden when he's talking to Obi-Wan before he gets shot off with that creature. Do you remember? It was bad. I don't like. I think heavily CGI films, even 300 as well. 300 suffers from it a little bit now. I want to see a receipt. No, I'm joking. Receipts.
That is awesome.
Legend.
It is on. It is on. Are we gonna? I think we should all treat Pauly, if there's one there, to a. I forgot the call of them now.
If I turn up, I might book up the hotel. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to knock on one of your doors in just a towel.
Yeah, but you've got to know what number we are.
I'll knock on all the doors. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have a mask on. They'll see me.
go and get a what do you call them? Like the roast dinner place that Pauly goes to. Is it Harvester or
Toby.
something?
Toby.
Yeah, Toby Carvery. We'll go for Toby Carvery. The wife hates Toby Carvery, but I won't tell her, so I can go there. We'll treat you.
You know when you first go to Toby Carvery, it's like I can eat 95 potatoes, and you fill your plate like this, don't you? And then when you become a veteran, you've got 2 potatoes and like a little Yorkshire, and you look at the people that are new to it, and it's like my uncle when he goes to Harvester, he gets a bowl for the salads and puts celery higher than the bowl so he can build the bowl up more. It's like just go. You can go as much as you want. You haven't got to have 58 potatoes. But yeah,
I remember the last time I went
my
to
little
All You
brand.
Can Eat was a pub we went before. It was lovely, and it was the day after my birthday or something. Oh, I had a house party. My mum and dad came. No, it must have been my birthday because mum and dad came down and said, "We'll take you out for lunch." So it was me, the wife, my mum and dad. Didn't have kids at that point, and honestly, you could see you could
Life
get
was good. Life was good.
there were places like this big, place that big. And I remember with this really kind of like small kind of all over plate. I was so hungover and ill. It was I couldn't. I'd ate what I'd had, and I've got to go out. So I was sitting outside, going, oh, just so sick. I always remember that with regards to kind of a carvery dinner. That it was so lush, but I couldn't have it.
Well, we've got Laura sitting there with a plate, and I'm next. So they might have to look at me and look at me. This lady says, "Do you want a larger plate for 150? You get an extra Yorkshire and a couple of sausages." And Laura's looking at me like, "You fat C." I'm like, "I have a large." But they didn't even ask me. Sometimes they just present me with the large. This is when you should stop going to some places when people assume that you're going to have the large anyway. If you walk into McDonald's and someone says Big Mac meal, you know you can't go in because you're a regular. People shouldn't know your order.
Yeah. It's like, do you get a large one? Of course I did. I don't have a McDonald's every other day. It's like once or twice every 6 months I have a McDonald's. So if I'm going to have one, I'll have a fucking large one. And you're telling me, which I hate the most, is every time I have a meal, I have to have it with a vanilla milkshake. Don't ask me why, because I'm like, if I'm going to get calories, I'll get the fucking lot.
Yeah.
But when I went with took the kids the other day, she wasn't working. I'd have Sprite, which was funny because you and I, this is how gay we are. You went to McDonald's the other day, the same day I think I had it. Oh no, it was the morning after, and you had no idea what I'd bought, and you and I had got exactly the same meal, even down to the drink.
That's what happens. Great.
That's what happens when you
get them shakes, and you have to have some sucking power to get the bottom of that shake out. If that straw has been in there for 10 minutes, because that you even try and turn the straw around, which is the worst thing you could do, or cut a bit of the straw off. It's shocking. And Paul made a good point on his video, where if you get a salad from McDonald's, they give you plastic knife and forks. But if you get a drink, Paul's little food out in. So, if you have a drink, you've got these stupid straws. You can buy these metal straws from Asda's, but they taste the metal, don't they? Surely.
I don't know for the kids. I don't give a shit. I don't use a straw.
Do you have the curly ones? I used to like the curly ones. You'd be sucking for 20 minutes when everything comes out.
Oh, yeah.
You get free in the cereals.
Have you seen Innocent Man starring Tom Selleck? Yes, but a while ago.
I haven't seen a Tom Selleck film since probably Two Men and a Baby. One of them. Little lady.
3 Men and a Baby.
That's it. There are 2 of them, weren't there?
3.
2 men, 3 Men and a Baby is blooming Wonka, E.T. and Jackson, isn't it? Sorry.
I like metal
three
German
men
band.
and a lay-by.
Yeah.
Wrong,
3 Men and a lay-by. Rammstein, yeah.
I see Rammstein. I see him live once, and I remember we was at the front row, and I almost got burnt because he had these big pyros, ridiculous pyros, and they had these big rubber cocks. It's
Jimmy's but he plays piano, guitar, drums, ukulele, and slap on the bass. Now, is that bass and you meant ass, or boss and you meant Katie? If you're watching this, Katie, I apologise. Akko was shit. Or was the shit? Sorry, Akko was shit. Okay, whatever. I know you're a little Barbie girl.
Everyone sung to Barbie Girl and Dr. Jones, didn't they? And same as Venga Boys. But everyone loved Venga Boys. The Venga bus was coming. Didn't come to my house. But...
Favourite Owen Wilson film? Wedding Crashers? Or Behind Enemy Lines?
I would have said Wonder. Is it Wonder, the kid?
Yes. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet, though.
I've not seen Marley and Me. I won't watch that film.
Oh,
Is he in that as well? Can't watch it.
No, I watched it once, crying like, no.
I actually prefer Luke Wilson to Owen Wilson because his humor's dry. If you watch him in Idiocracy, I think it's called. It's an amazing comedy, and it's like we're going through now. Have you ever seen it?
No, no. Last thing I
100
remember him being in is in Zombieland Double Tap.
100% you love it. He's like he gets kind of frozen in his capsule for many many years and wakes up, and no one goes outside. They sit there on their chairs and order through online glasses. There's rubbish built up everywhere. It's like what we live in now. And
Okay.
Terry Crews, whatever, he's the president of the New World in this massive monster truck. It's like it's really funny. It's really funny.
Cool. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Jimmy's put. Don't forget, you can still cancel for the night before.
Oh.
Haley's put favorite performance by DiCaprio. Here's his less known film called Blood. Yeah, I've seen Blood Diamond. Amazing performance, and he does a great South African accent.
Oh,
well,
is Critters 3.
I knew you'd say Critters fucking 3. I'm not a big DiCaprio fan, to be honest. I had this discussion with Sue because she did she was doing a video of DiCaprio. I don't know.
I like Romeo and Juliet. You know, I've
What's in the
watched him
Basketball
in films.
Diary? Basketball Diary, is he in there? Go wrong.
It's probably Django. I think is one of his standout performances. I would say.
Yeah.
A very different character.
Well, I liked it when he got nearly eaten by the bear in The Revenant. That was quite good. Good.
The only bit people remember about that film.
Yeah, and the fact they can't understand what anybody fucking says. Yeah.
Almost doing a Mickey Rourke in Spider-Man 2. No,
Yeah.
Iron Man 2. Sorry, Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
That's not the word he's saying.
What's going to be the theme tune when you all walk into work? What's going to be the theme tune when you all walk in? Oh, I can't even speak.
Into his work.
I don't know. Never ending story. Da, da, da. Yeah. When's the wedding, Robin Corden? Yeah, 13th of August. You going to be there?
My wife has actually mentioned, "Are we both?" What's going on between me and you? But I know she's joking, but she's like, "Rob, I've not seen you for 3 days, and I tried to call you, and you didn't answer me, and you speak the Paul." It's like, he's my main man.
But
and your wife probably says the same, doesn't she?
Actually, it's the kids. The phone rings and they go, "Rob," and as soon as you ring,
is that Daddy too?
they answer the phone. They're like, "Robbie Blobby," straight away. And then obviously, the last time obviously Rob called me, and what he heard in the background was my daughter falling off the bed, and all you heard was a boom, and I went, "I've got to go." And you went, "You're all right."
He said that after the fall, though. He looked first. Well, after he got his composure back after laughing, I've got to go. But Paul is receiving a very special subscriber mail from me that he's going to open. That's going to help things out.
Is it adoption papers?
Potentially. I'm not allowed to adopt you. You're too old.
That's true. Right. Have you guys been watching? Oh, have to go, guys. It's been nice to be watching. Have a good night. Thanks to watching. Yeah. Cheers. Thanks, Luke. Thanks for staying, buddy. What's your opinion of Sacha Baron Cohen? I love Sacha Baron Cohen. I watched him from when he was on, what was it? The 9 o'clock show, whatever it was, over on Channel 4.
He done his LEG bit in between his interviews.
Yeah.
What would you say his best role was? I like Bruno. I really like Bruno.
Well, he's in that
so close.
Thingy 7, isn't he? The court case one, isn't he? The Oklahoma 7 or something, is it? Oh, I forgot what they're called.
Do you like him? And he was originally going to be playing Freddie Mercury, wasn't he?
He was, yeah, but he had a disagreement with Queen, yeah. I remember with the missus going to see Bruno. And there's that opening scene with the midget, and he's got them on like the elastic band, and he's holding up the door, and he kind of goes, "Let's go!" And he goes straight into his cock, and I creased. And then, when he's sitting and he's doing the fashion show, and he's like,
and I get the wife's not even smiling, so mine's like looking at me like, "Turn it off now," and I'm just crying with laughter. I didn't like The Dictator, to be honest. That's the only one I didn't like, and I didn't like the new Borat film.
I haven't seen all of them. I think with the first Borat I enjoyed it, and the second one I haven't watched all the way through. I mean, they're kind of done a series to go with it as well, which I haven't watched.
Okay.
But I enjoyed Borat. I enjoyed the first. Ali G is just funny because you see Martin Freeman now in his role as like his mate. It's funny.
He's
Anyway, look,
it's good. It's good film.
James off to bed, early for work. Well, that's sort of got a great check, guys. Take care, brothers. Cheer, man. Thanks, Jamie. Love you to bits, buddy. No, what time is it? Right. 15 more minutes, Rob, then we're going to go.
That's cool.
Right. Have you seen What's Eating? Yeah, I was going to think that because that's one with Johnny Depp, isn't it? What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Yeah.
That's got DiCaprio on it.
I've not seen it. I remember it being quite popular when it came out.
When you finish asking with regards to his comedy style, yeah, I like it because he was in Talladega Nights, and he was the French guy, the French gay guy. He was good in that. I enjoyed him in that.
He'd done one of the Cars in Cars, didn't he? The Spanish one, I think, or the French one. He was the bad guy in Cars. And his worst film, I think, was when the Clockmaker or something in Alice, one of the Alice films.
He was
the second Looking Glass.
I saw the Looking Glass, yes.
And Hugo, I think it was in Hugo as well. Hugo was a popular
like a
one.
train conductor or something.
Yeah.
Favorite Michael Keaton movie? No, obviously everyone's going to say Batman, so I'm not going to say Batman.
Birdman's good, and so's the one about McDonald's. That's surprisingly good. Both of them are like surprise.
He was in that like new recent one about the newspaper exposing the pedo priests. He was in that one.
Okay.
Forgot the name of that one. Then he was in that Multiplicity, isn't he, with Gina Davis? Is it not Gina Davis?
Okay. Jack Frost. Jack Frost, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I would still say
the couch. Is he in the couch? No, he's not in the couch trip.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah. If you do, yeah. I didn't know until I watched it the day that he doesn't arrive until about 40 minutes into the movie.
No. The second one's still on the cards, isn't it?
Well, he's been filmed today, hasn't he, in London, filming the Flash movie, coming back as the older Bruce Wayne. He was alright villain as well as a Vulture in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Homecoming. It's Alan just arrived. I have to say, Sue looks like Rob. I'll do my yes. Hi, Alan. Sue has been on. Sue was only on for an hour and a half. That's all she wanted because she's got her own videos to do and she's got a schedule to keep to. So Rob's back from work, so he thought I'd jump on, and we're just going to go until 11, and then we're going to end it there. With regards to the 11 o'clock show, that was the one that was on. Yes, nice memory there, James. What's the most expensive box set you own? Probably my Lord of the Rings and Hobbit 2 box sets, the steel books of those, followed by Back to the Future steel books, and then the Indiana Jones set, I think.
I would have said it was probably Indiana Jones, but I didn't pay for the price. The how much it is depends on what I paid for it. It is expensive retail one, but not the most expensive that I paid for.
Actually, there's me Battle Royale as well. That was expensive. Yeah. Also,
probably Lord of the Rings. Probably Lord of the Rings is probably because you take that as a
that was
both
200 quid
Hobbit
altogether,
and
wasn't
Rings, isn't it? Yeah,
because it was like 100 quid each. So yeah. Tom Hardy as Capone. Any comments? I haven't seen him.
Shit, absolute shit. And he's good at character roles. You know, he was fantastic in Bronson. You know, everything he does is spot on. I think Capone. I think the way they portrayed Dementia, it wasn't. It's obviously Capone, but it wasn't the Capone you wanted to see. So I didn't think it was great portrayal of.
Well, it was Capone
dementia.
when he got released, and when he was suffering from dementia and all that. So it's not like what you would see in The Untouchables or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, Grimsby, remember the elephant scene in Grimsby? I still haven't seen Grimsby, but I have seen the elephant scene in Grimsby. So I know what you mean because it's very.
Is it as bad as elephants? Is it as bad as elephant scene in Freddy Got Fingered?
Oh God, I remember Freddy Got Fingered. You know what remember the most about Freddy Got Fingered is when he gives birth to that baby and he swings it around by the umbilical cord. It's the only thing I remember in that. Jesus. I was in a Paracot with Bohemian Rhapsody. I saw a little silhouette of man. Favorite Johnny Depp film?
Edward Scissorhands.
I quite enjoyed Blow. Blow's a good film.
Yeah, Blow's good. Blow's good. Is it Leave Loathe in Las Vegas? That's good.
Yeah.
I like Scissorhands. I like most of Tim Burton films. Got him anyway.
First Pirates of the Caribbean. A role that he made his own.
But then all of his roles after that have been Jack Sparrow, haven't they? He has been type. It's like Eddie Murphy and Donkey. Anything after Donkey, you just hear Donkey.
Yeah. Martin's favourite DiCaprio movie is The Departed. I can understand that.
Okay,
I haven't seen
cool.
that in ages.
Good film.
Best song moment featured in the film. Mine is Never Tear Us Up by NXS. I have to say, purely because I love the song, it's probably be the Battle on Thor Ragnarok, and it's the Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin. When he just goes and just jumps on the bridge, I love that.
Mine is a made up song performed by Johnny Steele, and it's my intro film song from Critters. Powell the Night. It's like it wasn't a song it wasn't a released song. They made it for the film, and it's a good song. And even when you listen to my intro, it's quite like it's an uplifting tune, isn't it? You must admit when you might be bored of it now, but it's like when you see it in the film, it's quality.
What about
Powell the
mine?
Night.
The Monster Squad.
But that's only at the end, isn't it? That's credits, isn't it? If I remember, not in the film, is it?
No.
It's when they stand there and it's like, we're the Monster Squad.
No, the one of mine, the one that I've got as my intro for the Monster Squad is when they're getting Rock Until You Drop. Is when they're getting all the stuff ready to go and fight the monsters.
Right. I need to watch it again.
You do.
Sorry.
Free Falling and Jerry Maguire. Yeah. I thought Johnny Get great in public enemies. Yeah, he played.
It's quite a nice steelbook. He did that in Powerland, did that? Like a weird steelbook.
It was a weird steelbook. Favorite of a Phoenix movie?
Stand By Me.
Jones' Last Crusade. I didn't like Stand By Me, so I'm going to say Last Crusade. James is off. No problem. Cheers, buddy. Favorite movie songs? Crisis from Lost Boys. That's a great song.
Yeah.
Are you going to be watching Rick and Morty new episode on 11 tonight? Well, Toby, I don't watch Rick and Morty. I've never watched one episode, so for me, it'll be a no.
I lost interest after season 2. I was late to the party. I started from season 2. It is funny, but I didn't watch 3. I don't know why. I think there was a long break between 2 and 3, and I just lost interest.
Cool. Tell you what, I've got no more questions, Rob. So we'll call that now. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for sticking with us.
Monday or Wednesday, we'll be doing a King.
I'll aim for Wednesday because I don't want to do 2 streams in a row. So we'll try to aim for Wednesday. Me and you will do it. We're back next week with Tony. So stick around for Tony, and then after that we're going to have a break, and then we'll be coming back. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks again to Sue for coming on. Enjoyed it. Really enjoyed that. And we'll see you on the next one next week, and see our videos during the week or whatever. So bye for now.
See you real